The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
For Penland, catch, shoot, three, up, and it swishes in. CP for three.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off, powered by the Appalachian Electric Cooperative.
Rhyne at the free throw line, kicks it out. Alvey into the left corner. Weichel three. Butter. Braylon Weichel flaming hot from the outside.
Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilite, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burke Tar Stadium Press Box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, here's the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
March basketball has brought us to the biggest stage of the season in the Southeast region. Fifth-seeded Carson-Newman and second-seeded Lenoir Rhyne, the 18th-ranked team in the country, and the Bears meet the Eagles for the third time this season in the Southeast Regional title game with a trip to the Elite Eight at stake. The Bears won the first two regular season meetings. Will the third time be the charm for Carson-Newman on this Monday night? Good evening from Harrogate, Tennessee, here inside of Tex Turner Arena on the campus of Lincoln Memorial University, where Carson-Newman is set to play in its fourth ever regional championship game, and for the second time in 3 years will compete in the regional title game. Carson-Newman's earned this appearance by defeating ranked opponents Columbus State and Lincoln Memorial 2 of the last 3 days, one Friday night and Saturday night, to set up this date with the Bears here on Monday night. Carson-Newman in 25 total postseason games now is 12-13, and with wins leading up to this point has collected NCAA tournament wins in 3 straight seasons. Carson-Newman's 1-2 all-time in 3 regional championship games, and will hope to get its second regional title and hope it cuts down the net when it is all said and done on this Monday night in Harrogate. Meanwhile, Lenoir Rhyne entered this postseason with just one all-time win at the NCAA tournament. They've doubled that total. They've won back-to-back games in the quarters and semis against Augusta and Coker to set up this matchup here tonight. This is the AEC Countdown to Tip-Off, Eagle fans. AEC is your local electric co-op service you can trust and value you can depend on as well. Powering Mossy Creek, we are AEC, powering what matters most. Head coach Mike Mincy prepares for another regional championship, his third he'll coach in 8 seasons. This is his 15th total, and it'll be his third coaching effort in a regional championship game, and they've all come in the last 8 seasons. He breaks down the preparation and how to get ready for this high-octane LR offense when we return to Tex Turner Arena after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Our pregame conversation with head coach Mike Mincy heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeandeagles.com/Eagle Club.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Andrew Rogers back here on the Eagle Sports Network as Carson-Newman competes in its second regional title game in the last 3 seasons here with head coach Mike Mincy on the Eagle Sports Network. Coach, another late night after another ranked win Saturday night against the host and the top seed, Lincoln Memorial. First time the program's done that, defeat a top seed at the NCAA tournament. What have the last 48 hours have been like with this group? Obviously the day off to get ready for this Monday night affair. What has the last 2 days been like for this group to rest, recover, and get ready for a third meeting with LR?
I mean, the rest day was actually nice, coming from the SAC tournament where we played, 3 games in a SAC tournament, played in a title game on Saturday. And, of course, we had time off, but, navigating the late nights has been interesting because there's not anywhere to eat when you come home. I think one night we got on pizza, and then the second night after we beat LMU, there was nothing open and just had to send them off on their own. But we made it up to them the next day by eating at a nice restaurant, and I'm sure they got themselves fed up. But a little bit of practice, obviously at this point in time you're going to take a risk of injury by doing anything dumb in practice and spending a lot of time in the film room, which we did both Sunday and on Monday. It's been 2 complete performances, both ends of the floor to get to this point in the NCAA tournament, but I think you've echoed this both times after both wins that you've been impressed by your defense's ability. Certainly the best scoring offense in the league, in the region, and second best nationally is your task tonight. But what has impressed your group defensively as it goes up against a totally different matchup again tonight than it was Saturday and even Friday? Well, we flipped the script a little bit. We're not playing like we were in the regular season, and I'm not going to speak on behalf of how LR's playing, but we're not playing the same way. We came into the tournament against Wise not pressing, and we picked that Wise up a couple of times in that first quarter, I think it was. But everything has been to get back, be a lot more solid defensively, and then just try to score enough to win the basketball game, which I think we've certainly done. Now, Columbus State was an interesting game simply because of their pace and tempo and press, and we took what the defense gave us on that, so we played pretty up-tempo. But then the LMU game was a little bit more possession by possession, half-court game because they weren't pressing us. But I was really impressed with our bunch. LMU is the best defensive team in the region and top 20 in the country. And to come here and put up 69 points on their home floor in the scenario that we were in was quite impressive. So we're not the same team that we were when we played LR on senior day. We've changed a few things, and obviously our lineup has changed and our rotation is different.
Andrew Rogers here with head coach Mike Mincy prior to this matchup against a ranked LR team, third straight ranked game here in this regional title contest. About 8 days ago, we talked before the SAC title game that teams in these types of games weather storms, weather scoring runs from the opposition. How do you do that against a potent offense in LR? They've thrown some punches this year and obviously have had some good scoring bursts to be able to put those 2 regular season games away. What does it take to weather those storms against this type of opponent?
Well, first of all, it would be nice to have the right game plan in place to try to navigate that. Obviously, when we played them at third place, they were still didn't really know what they were about at that point in time. And, we pressed and played a lot of people, and they went through our press pretty easily and hit some quick threes. And then, of course, Abigail Brown goes for 23 in the first half. And then they ended up hitting 17 threes that game, And then back at our place, we just had bad lineups on the floor in the first half. And again, we kind of like gifted them some things, and certainly toward the end of the first quarter, we gifted them a lot, and some of that was the matchups that we had out on the floor, and then just turnovers and things of that nature, and you find yourself in a 15-point hole both games that you're trying to fight out of, which we did okay at their place, didn't do as well at ours.
All right, best of luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you, Andrew.
As the Lady Eagles head coach Mike Mincy, we're back for more when the AEC Countdown to Tip-Off returns here on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We're getting closer to tip-off.
Price picks it up, and Carson-Newman is the South Atlantic Conference Tournament champions.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network.
Power comes with not only having a voice, but knowing that it is heard. As part of an electric co-op, you're not just getting electricity, you're getting the power to have your voice heard and the opportunity to work together with your community to create a better tomorrow. Here, you're not just a customer, you're a member. AEC, empowering voices just like yours.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
All right, Andrew Rogers back courtside at Tex Turner Arena, where Carson-Newman and Lenoir Rhyne are finishing their warm-ups prior to the Southeast Regional Championship game. Lenoir Rhyne won both regular season meetings against the Eagles. The first one was in Hickory, a 103-92 victory for the Bears, and then the regular season finale was on February 28th, and the Bears won by 19 in Carson-Newman's Holt Fieldhouse on that regular season finale. These two South Atlantic Conference schools have met 16 times in the postseason. 14 of them have been at the conference tournament, and then one each has occurred in the NAIA regional tournament and the NCAA tournament. In 16 all-time postseason meetings, Carson-Newman owns an 11-5 overall record. The only NCAA tournament meeting was a first-round victory for Carson-Newman on March 12th of the 2010 season, a 79-62 victory in Greenwood, South Carolina. Starting lineups and opening tip-off for this Southeast Regional Championship game are next. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This
Goes up with the right hand, scores, and one.
is Carson-Newman Women's Basketball on the Eagle Sports Network.
To Weichel, top of the key three for Braylon's up, swished in. Braylon Weichel from downtown gives Carson-Newman the lead back.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Fresh Ideas, by the Eagle Club, First Bank, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, by the Eagle Shop, Tri-Light, by Premier Building Maintenance, by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, by the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen. Now back to the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
We welcome you back to Tex Turner Arena in Harrogate, Tennessee at Lincoln Memorial University, where Carson-Newman is set to play in its fourth ever regional championship game against the 18th-ranked Lenoir Rhyne Bears, a program that is playing in its first regional championship game. Let's give you today's starting lineups. We'll start with the Lenoir Rhyne Bears, Carson-Newman's opponent. They're led by first-year head coach Emery Satoris. She spent 3 years at Mars Hill and has had a great first year in Hickory. 26-5 is her record this season with the Bears. In the backcourt is a sophomore guard from Lawrenceville, Georgia, 5'5", Amaya Porter. The team's best passer with 106 assists, has really shot the ball well as of late. She's made 22 of her 56 threes in the last 6 games. Also in the backcourt, another Mars Hill transfer. Porter's a Mars Hill transfer, as is Alicia Brown, a 5'9 junior from Virginia Beach, Virginia. She has not scored in 4 straight games, but averages 9 per contest. Also the backcourt is an all-SAC first-teamer and all-region first-teamer, Aaliyah L., 5'8 junior guard from Charlotte, North Carolina, puts home 18 points per game. She's also transferred from Mars Hill. In the front court, another Mars Hill transfer, Lauren Arnold, 5'11 sophomore from Salisbury, North Carolina, went for 16 points and 9 rebounds against Carson-Newman in that regular season finale. And the lineup for the Bears rounds out with their stout all-SAC first-team freshman of the year, Abigail Brown, 6'1 from Cary, North Carolina, to round out Lenoir Rhyne's lineup. Carson-Newman's led by head coach Mike Mincy, 310 career wins in what is his 15th season, and he will send out a familiar 5 here in the postseason. In the backcourt, senior guards Emily Gonzalez and Jennifer Sullivan, former Bearden High School teammates, joined in the front court by junior forwards Maddie Knuckles and Keely Rogers, with Delaney Weddington also in the front court for Carson-Newman, as this combination gets set to make its 5th start together. Carson-Newman has taken the floor. LR's taken the floor. The Eagles in that navy blue uniform it's wore in the first 2 games. LR's in that home white they've wore in their first 2 games. The ball's in the air. It's won by the Bears, and we're off and running in the Southeast Regional Championship game with LR possessing first, moving left to right. Triple handoff with Abigail Brown, who drives left on Knuckles, stops, kicks out to Arnold. She pump fakes, now drives, pass into the corner, dropped by L, and a turnover. 16 seconds in, the Bears turn it over for a team that averages the second most points per game nationally in Division II this season. Gonzalez around his screen, driving, pulls up from 14 feet, missed it strong. Rebound, Abigail Brown. Eagles took a quick shot, come up empty, and now the Bears bring it front court with Porter. Dish it off, trailer, Brown, a 3, wide left. Good box out by Delaney Weddington. She snares down the miss. We're scoreless 40 seconds in. Carson-Newman moves in transition, right to left. Rogers into the lane, lost it out of bounds. Trying to drive inside. Possession will stay with Carson-Newman. Inbound Knuckles baseline. Dribbles with her right hand around the perimeter. Fakes a handoff. Now lobs it out front. Sullivan. 50 seconds in, we're scoreless. Sullivan around his screen, stops the foul line, dishes right wing. Gonzalez pump fakes a triple, tries to go middle. Porter knocked it away. Gonzalez got it back. Now dishes to Weddington. 6 to shoot. Delaney driving baseline. Tries to split 2. Does. Flips it up and in. Carson-Newman has the first 2 just more than a minute in. Weddington starts the scoring in the championship game. Left side, Alicia Brown pump fakes a 3, dishes to Aaliyah L at the foul line. She crosses over, kicks it out. Abigail Brown, triple in the air. It is off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound deflects to Alicia Brown. It goes up off glass, missed it. Rebound, loose in the lane. Gonzalez to the floor. Touch pass off to Rogers. Carson-Newman ball in transition now. Rogers, one-hand pass. Sullivan, right wing 3, up and down. Sullivan buries the 3. It's a 5-0 start for Carson-Newman in the Southeast Regional Championship game. 8:20 to go first quarter. Brown dribbling left at the elbow. Drives baseline, lost the ball. Eagles poke it away, and Knuckles comes up with the possession. No numbers for Carson-Newman as Gonzalez brings it front court to the trailing Knuckles. She pump fakes a 3, now drives by her defender, flips one up off the window, doesn't get the friendly roll, and the rebound collected by the Bears. L pushes in transition, pulls up from the elbow, now dishes out Arnold a 3, and up and in. Lauren Arnold, the sophomore forward, with just her third 3 in her last 16 attempts, makes it a 5-3 game. Bears on the board first. Weddington chest pass, top of the key to Gonzalez. 5-3 Carson-Newman, 2.5 minutes in. Gonzalez dish it corner. Here's a left corner 3 from Rogers that misses too strong. And Lauren Arnold leaps into the air from the right block for the defensive rebound. Transition, Porter to the basket. Right hand flip shot, missed it strong. Brown, an offensive rebound. Had it poked away, though, and saved by Sullivan along the baseline. Another Bears turnover. Gonzalez transition. At the head of the key, gives it off to the trailing Sullivan, who's hit 146 career 3s. Pulls up from the elbow this time. It goes in and out. And Abigail Brown rebounds the ball. We're 3 minutes in now. Eagles by 2. Bears in transition. Too quick. Pass from Porter was well out in front of her reach of L. And it's another LR turnover. Exactly 3 minutes in. It's Carson-Newman 5, and it's Lenoir Rhyne 3. Bears bring Trista Charles in for Abigail Brown. Charles went for a career-high 19 points on Friday in the opening round win. Rogers hits backdoor cutting Sullivan, who dishes back out to Keeley. Keeley driving inside the lane, drives to the basket. Left-hand shot got blocked. Rebound tipped around. Knuckles in there, has it ripped away by Arnold. LR basketball transition, kick it ahead. L catches along the baseline. Pump fake, shoots and missed it. Gets her miss, goes back up and makes the second. 5-all. And we've got an injured Bear as Alicia Brown behind the play is limping to the bench. So Madeline Winterton, another LR freshman, will come into the game with 6:36 to go in this opening quarter. 5-all. Weddington inbounds the ball on a long bounce pass up the floor to Rogers, who now bounces it to Knuckles at the foul line, gives it back to Keeley. Keeley goes corner. Sullivan triple up. It misses wide left, and Charles grabs the rebound off a bounce. Bears move left to right. Porter to the top of the key, steps back for a triple. It's up and in. Amaya Porter continues to shoot very well. Her 23rd 3 in her last 7 games gives LR its first lead by 3. Gonzalez stops inside the arc, dishes to Maddie Knuckles. Knuckles and the Eagles trying to bring this 8-0 LR run to a halt here. Emily at the foul line, crosses over, got it poked away by Porter for a steal. Winterton has the ball in transition for the Bears. Chest pass left wing. Porter another quick trigger 3. This one's an air ball. Arnold saves it in bounds, and it is loose on the floor. Both teams after it, and the held ball will send the arrow in favor of Carson-Newman. 8-5 the score. The Bears have scored the last 8 after Carson-Newman scored the first 5 with 5:48 to play in the opening quarter. Weddington will inbound to Rogers. Eagles seeing Gonzalez get doubled as the team's point guard. So Rogers brings it up the floor, drives right to the basket, stops at the block, now gives it to Sullivan. Sullivan drives baseline, met by a defender, has to kick it out to Rogers. Rogers rips it away and lobs it for Weddington, top of the key. Delaney crosses over around a Knuckles screen, drives, bounce past Rogers, the catch, and she missed the layup. Winterton rebounds the ball. Transition Bears, Winterton crossing over, stops at the block, dishes out Arnold. Corner pass to Trista Charles. She pump fakes a 3, now dishes back out front Porter. LR going to set up in the half court up by 3 with 5:10 to play in this opening quarter. Porter chest pass deflected. Knuckles steals it away. 2-on-1 break here. Knuckles going to take it herself. Euro step left hand layup is good. Maddie Knuckles ends LR's 8-0 run. We're halfway through the first, and Carson-Newman's within a point. Porter picks up her dribble, lobs the ball to Aaliyah L., the team's top scorer at 18 points per game, has 2 so far. Dribbles around his screen, gets by Knuckles, stops now in the lane, Euro step up, got it blocked by Knuckles, out of bounds, the ball goes, and it's off LR. Carson-Newman basketball when we come back. 4 minutes, 44 seconds to go first quarter. The first 5 points went to Carson-Newman, the next 8 went to the Bears. And a Knuckles layup makes it 8-7 LR. 4:44 to go in the first quarter of the Southeast Regional Championship game of the spot at the Elite 8 on the line here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeaneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region can offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen is the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. 8-7 the score, both teams 3 of 10 shooting from the field. The only real stat discrepancy right now is Carson-Newman has forced 5 LR turnovers, but the Bears are +6 on the glass right now. Gonzalez bounce past elbow catch for Delaney Weddington. She catches and faces, pump fakes and dribbles the ball to the foul line where she lobs it to the baseline for Rogers. Rogers in the lane, dishes out to Knuckles. Maddie crosses over, steps back, 3 in the air, 3 is good. Maddie Knuckles with a nice step back 3, her 5th point, puts Carson-Newman back in front by 2. 10-8, 4:15 to go first quarter. Trista Charles dribbles the ball out front, hands off to a cutting L who drives middle, cut off, now lobs a pass in the corner. Arnold makes the difficult catch, now drives a closeout, flips it up, missed the shot. Rebound loose underneath, it's last touched by LR. Carson-Newman ball as Abigail Brown will return to the floor and take Arnold's place. Maddie Knuckles has had a terrific tournament, and really all postseason she has been fantastic. She is shooting 75% from 3 in her last 4 games and has 5 20-point games. 4 have been in the last 6. Sullivan, right wing, has the basketball. Left-hand dribble around a Knuckles screen, stops at the foul line, lobs baseline. Rogers catches, shoots, and missed it strong. Winterton rebounds the ball for Lenoir Rhyne. Bears haven't scored in more than 2 minutes, down 2. Winterton in the half court, goes between the legs, crosses over, spins on Weddington. Hook shot up and in from the right side. Nice take by Madeline Winterton, the freshman from Daleville, Virginia, ties the game. 10-all, 3:25 to go first quarter. Gonzalez left wing, goes baseline, met by 2 defenders, skips the ball to Weddington at the foul line. Delaney backing down Winterton on this end of the floor. Lobs it corner Gonzalez. Gonzalez attacks a closeout, drives inside, right-hand hook shot up, and it rolls through. Emily Gonzalez has her first points of the regional championship game. Carson-Newman back in front. To the baseline, Brown lost it in the lane. Carson-Newman takes it away. Gonzalez poked it free, and Sullivan gathers for Carson-Newman. Gonzalez in her orange sneakers operates as the team's point guard, lobs to Rogers, who cuts inside. Left-hand running shot, left it short. Charles rebounds the ball. Porter transition for the Bears, 5-on-4. She gives it to a trailing Charles. 3 in the air is up, no good, but Rogers fouled the shooter as she was trying to get back into the picture. And Keeley whacked Charles on her left wrist as the lefty fired up the 3. 3 free throws for LR's freshman forward from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, as the Lady Eagles make the first change and send Delaney Weddington to the bench. And they'll bring Sybil Penland into the game. LR brings Tatum Bowen in for the first time. All right, Charles at the stripe, spins the ball. First free throw up for her is good. Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop. The official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles is located in the MSAC Grand Hall. The Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. You can visit them online at eagleshop.cn.edu. Second free throw, just as good as the first for Charles. We're tied at 12. Here's her third attempt. The lefty puts it up and in. She makes all three for a 73% foul shooter. Rogers to the bench. Caroline Hill takes the floor for the first time in the regional championship game. And she'll inbound the ball to Gonzalez in the deep corner. Gonzalez catches and will walk it up the floor with some pressure from Winterton and the Bears. Gonzalez brings it across, gets around Winterton, floats one up over Bowen, and sneaks it home. Emily Gonzalez with back-to-back twos in the half court for Carson-Newman to regain a 1-point lead. 14-13, 2:20 to go in the frame. Bounce pass inside, Charles doubled. Eagles force a lob pass back to Winterton. Now to the wing, it's Brown. Chest pass back out front, reverse to Charles. She pump fakes, now dishes back to Winterton. Winterton drives middle, nearly had it poked away. Kick it out, Brown. Contested threes, an air ball. Out of bounds, ball to Carson-Newman. Abigail Brown's had a rough NCAA tournament. She has just 7 points on 2 of 22 shooting this week at the tournament for the player of the freshman of the year in the league and an all-SAC first-teamer. Sullivan right wing lobs the ball to Knuckles out front. Now a reversal to Hill. Hill looks inside, dribbles once and hands off for Sybil Penland. Penland drives, dishes, left wing. Caroline Hill pump fakes a three, driving inside, stops in the lane, flips one up with the right hand, scores it, and one. Crafty footwork by Caroline Hill inside the painted area allows for a three-point opportunity. The Eagles back up 3. She had to split 2 Bears to score the deuce and was able to finish through the contact. Carson-Newman now has made 5 of its past 7 shots after starting 2 of 9. Hill to complete the three-point play, flips the free throw up too strong, rebound Bears. 100 seconds to go first quarter, Eagles by 3. Porter top of the key, a right-hand dribble against Sullivan's defense, dish it to the wing for Winterton. Now a chest pass to a driving Brown who dishes left corner. Arnold 3 up, no good. Gonzalez contests for the rebound with Winterton. Players go to the floor and we'll have a held ball with 1:22 to play in this first quarter. The arrow favors Lenoir Rhyne. 16-13, Bears are going to bring their top player back to the floor, and Aaliyah L. She'll take Tatum Bowen's place. 16-13. LR will inbound from the left baseline. Lob pass, L inside the arc, catches, spins on Sullivan, kicks it out. Brown, another fire from 3. It's too strong. Good box out by Sullivan. And we've got an over-the-back foul. L was trying to reach around Sullivan, who was boxing her out to gain the ball. It is L's first foul, and it is Lenoir Rhyne's second foul of this first quarter. 70 ticks. It's Carson-Newman by 3. Gonzalez brings it across half court, a right-hand dribble and a pass to Sullivan right wing. Ball reverses to Caroline Hill. She pump fakes a 3. One jab step, now a pass. Cross court, Gonzalez. Emily stops the foul line. Dishes out to Knuckles. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Sybil Penland driving left, spinning on her defender, had it poked away and deflected out by LR. With 3 seconds to shoot, Eagles will have to work quickly on this inbound. That will come from LR's sideline, right in front of the bench. The freshman Penland to inbound, looks, gets it into Caroline Hill. She rips through, drives to the basket. Lefty layup is up short. Rebound, Lauren Arnold. Got it off in time, but missed the shot. And Arnold gives the ball to Porter to bring it across for the Bears, who trail by 3 with a 13-second difference between the clocks. 30 seconds left in the first. The freshman of the year, Brown, hands off to Aaliyah L. She dribbles out front. Clock down to 12. Shot clock down to 12. L looks up. It's down to 9. Now she gets into her offense. A right-hand dribble to the basket. Sullivan blocked the shot on the way up. Penland rebounds. Shot clock off. 15 seconds left. Mike Mincy from his bench as Gonzalez brings it across. Says, let's hold for 1. 9 seconds. Emily driving inside the arc. Stops the foul line. Looks for a pass. Contested. Tried to flip one up and got fouled. Bears bailed out Gonzalez, who was in no man's land from the foul line. And Emily got fouled by the freshman Madeline Winterton with just 4 seconds left in the opening quarter. It was in the act of shooting as well. So 2 free throws for Gonzalez on LR's third foul of the quarter. Emily to the line, spins the ball in her hands. The righty flips it up and it rattles through. Her 5th point of the opening quarter. She nails Carson-Newman's first free throw make of this championship game. She shoots 76% for the year. Next one is up. It is short. Doesn't get the roll. Rebound deflects to the sideline. 2 players after it. It's last touched by Lenoir Rhyne. So Gonzalez's hustle off the miss will give Carson-Newman a chance here to inbound and score before the end of the first quarter. 1.3 seconds left. Penland from the deep left corner to inbound. Sybil looks, Sullivan curling around his screen. One dribble, step back triple got blocked by L, and that's the first quarter. Strong work by Carson-Newman. It started 2 of 9 from the field. It ended the frame 5 of 8 and held Lenoir Rhyne to just 1 of 8 shooting during that stretch. That's why Carson-Newman leads 17-13 after the first 10 minutes of this Southeast Regional Championship game. We head to the second with the Eagles up by 4 here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Carson-Newman will have the ball up by 4 to start the second quarter as we welcome you back to Tex Turner Arena. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Get a large one-topping pizza for $6.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. All right, first possession of quarter 2. It's Carson-Newman by 4. Penland at the elbow, rips around a knuckle screen, stops at the right block, flips one up with the right hand on a Euro step and scores. 19-13, a smile on Mike Mincy's face as he sees his freshman Penland score to make it a 6-point lead. Eliel stops at the elbow, lobs the ball back out to Amaya Porter, who delivers one to Winterton. Madeline Winterton crosses over against Penland, spins in the lane, dishes out to Amaya Porter, shot clock down to 10. Porter around a screen, dishes to Abigail Brown, who drives baseline. Cut off by Knuckles, forced one up and high off the window, scored it. Nice take by the freshman of the year, Abigail Brown, to make it a 4-point game again. 50 ticks into the second. Carson-Newman by 4. Pass out front, Maddie Knuckles, guarded by Brown. Gives the ball to Sybil Penland. Penland chest pass, right wing catch for Sullivan. Porter all in up in her grill. Sullivan goes around her, try to flip shot up from the right side and had it blocked out by Brown. With 9 to shoot, it'll be Carson-Newman to inbound from the baseline. Lauren Arnold checks out. Back in is Tatum Bowen. Another quality shooter for this LR offense, makes 33% of her threes. Gonzalez, right baseline inbound, 9 to shoot. Got to get it in. Gonzalez still looking, bounces it in the deep corner for Knuckles. Back out front, it'll be a backcourt violation. Second turnover by Carson-Newman. Shot clock was late. The Eagles were panicking, and Knuckles' pass out near midcourt was over the head of Penland. And into the backcourt for a Carson-Newman team turnover. 19-15. The difference right now, Carson-Newman's made 3 more shots than the Bears to lead by 4. L backing down Sullivan at the foul line, drives inside, had it blocked, but a foul called. Sullivan got a lot of ball, but got the elbow of L on her way up. Sullivan on her way down, got L on her way up with the foul. That'll be the first foul by either team here in quarter 2. It's the first on Carson-Newman's leading scorer by average, Jen Sullivan. L's first foul shot up and swished in for the All-SAC and All-Region first-teamer. That averages 17 points per game and shoots 77% from the stripe and makes the second. 4 straight from the Bears. They trail by 2 with Carson-Newman leading by 2. 8:40 to go second quarter. Gonzalez, guarded by Porter, gives the ball to Caroline Hill, left wing. Hill crosses over, going baseline, gets by her defender. Right-hand shot from the left block, scores. Caroline Hill off the bench, 4 points in 4 minutes, and Carson-Newman's lead is 4. Top of the key, L guarded by Sullivan. Goes right, now pick and pop with Bowen. She attacks the Sullivan closeout. Now a dish to the left wing. Winterton 3 off the glass, too strong. Rebound deflected out by Carson-Newman from the baseline. Bears will keep it. Shot clock does not reset on a ball that did not hit the rim. A shot that did not hit the rim from Winterton. So 16 to shoot. Bears will inbound from the right baseline as Keely Rogers returns to Carson-Newman's floor. Porter looks for an inbound, lobs it out near the wing for Bowen. Now out front, L wants a screen from Bowen, driving right. Eagles switch defensively. Hill guards L, who goes right around her. Left-hand layup, missed it. Winterton in there for the offensive rebound. Out to the top of the key. Bowen triple, long one, left it short. Rebound deflects Gonzalez after it. Quickly into the front court. Sullivan catches, drive, shoots, and had it blocked. Goes and follows her miss to reset in the corner. Sullivan dishes to Rogers, and we've got a foul on Lenoir. Rhyne's Tatum Bowen was up in the grill of Sullivan, and Sullivan wasn't given room there to rip through, and Bowen fell down and was fouled, or was called for the foul. First on Bowen, first on LR in quarter 2. Carson-Newman by 4, 21-17, 7:50 to go in the second. Gonzalez will inbound right baseline. Eagles in a box set. Sullivan tries to curl around a screen. Wasn't open. Knuckles is, though, from the left block and makes the left-hand layup. Nice find on the inbound. Gonzalez hits Knuckles for her 7th point, and Carson-Newman leads by 6. Bears race into the front court. Give it out to Porter for a top-of-the-key 3. Left it short into the left. Rogers rebounds, but got tied up immediately. And so the arrow favors LR. It'll stay with the Bears, who have missed their last 4 shots and are 5 of 21 from the field. They have had all these opportunities because of 18 rebounds and 7 offensive rebounds. Brown, skip pass, right corner, catch for Winterton, dishes out. Arnold triple with no contest is up, missed it to the left. Winterton offensive rebound, stick back and 1. Nice job by Madeline Winterton from the right block. Got around her box out and grabbed the offensive rebound and made the layup. Emily Gonzalez fouled her, and that will send Winterton to the line to try to complete this 3-point play. First on Emily, second on Carson-Newman as Delaney Weddington joins the starting 5 out there. Now on the floor as Winterton makes the second free throw, or the and 1 free throw. 23-20, Carson-Newman by 3, 7:23 on a rolling second quarter clock. Gonzalez brings it across half court, pressured by L, and dribbles into a handoff with Sullivan. Chest pass left corner, Delaney Weddington in a triple threat position, dishes to Knuckles, now to the elbow, Rogers, skip pass, Weddington, pump fakes a 3, 1 dribble pull-up is in and out, rebound deflects, Rogers after it, she'll grab it. Keeley navigates the painted area, nothing open, picks her dribble up at the right wing, looks for a pass, and now bounces to Knuckles. Shot clock reset to 20, Eagles now have 10 on it, Knuckles driving inside, goes right to the basket, had it blocked, and foul called on Maddie Knuckles' drive to the basket. Foul is on, I believe, Madeline Winterton. That is the freshman's 2nd foul, also LR's 2nd of the quarter. So the freshman is the first player with 2 fouls, and that's why Knuckles is at the line. The first one up for Maddie gets the friendly roll after just clipping the front of the iron. Knuckles has scored 20 or more points in 4 of her last 6. After having just 1 career 20-point game, and that was in December, prior to this postseason run she's been on. Makes both, and Carson-Newman's lead is 5, 25-20. Right corner catch for Brown. The freshman of the year dribbles a couple of times. Now a lefty drives middle, dishes corner, but took an extra step of travel. Turnover number 7 for the Bears will send the ball to Carson-Newman. LR turned it over 5 times before the first media break. And that's just their 2nd since, as Chloe Heath will come in for the first time in this regional championship game. And Maddie Knuckles will get her first rest of the game. 6:39 to go second quarter. Weddington inbound for Carson-Newman. Gonzalez gets open and gets free from L's defense and will bring it across. 25-20, 6.5 to go in the second quarter. Gonzalez inside the arc, gives it to Rogers from the baseline. Keeley looks for a pass, now dishes the ball to Gonzalez left wing. Gonzalez, a right-hand dribble, going to the basket. Right-hand shot got blocked. Chloe Heath, offensive rebound, had it poked away and stolen by Charles. Charles picked up her dribble deep in the backcourt and now gives it to Elle, who comes back to the ball. Approaching 4 minutes into quarter two, Carson-Newman by 5. Shooting 42% from the field to LR's 26. Arnold around his screen, now gives the ball to the point guard, Porter. Clock down to 10. Nothing going here for the Bears offensively. Porter hands off to Elle. 6 to shoot. She drives middle, pump fakes, tries an up and under. Now has to fade away and got fouled late in the shot clock with 3 to shoot. Foul on Chloe Heath. First on Chloe. The third on Carson-Newman will send Aaliyah Elle to the stripe to shoot 2. Aaliyah Elle has taken a bunch of free throws this season, 2 of 2 in this game. Her third attempt of the day is good. She has attempted 8 or more free throws in 11 of her 30 games this year. Here's her 4th attempt of the game. It goes in and out. Weddington boxes out from the left block and grabs the rebound. Carson-Newman by 4. Weddington lobs the ball near midcourt, where Rogers leaps into the air and catches to bring it across half court. Bounce pass back to the trailing Weddington, who drives inside. Left-hand shot. Missed it strong. Defensive rebound, Aaliyah Elle. Transition LR. The righty dishes to the right wing. Porter 3. It looks good. It is too strong. Charles offensive rebound. Brought it down, though. Weddington ripped it away from her, and they'll call a held ball. And the arrow this time favors Carson-Newman. 5:30 to go, second quarter. It's Carson-Newman by 4, 25-21. Thanks to some stout defensive work here again. Carson-Newman's led for all but 3+ minutes here of the first half. Rogers hits a backdoor cutting Sullivan, who drives inside and got whacked on her right-hand layup attempt from the right block. That'll be the first foul on Trista Charles, third by the Bears here in the second quarter. That'll send Carson-Newman's all-SAC first-team guard Jen Sullivan to the stripe to shoot 2 free throws, as Maddie Knuckles will come back in and take Heath's place. So just a short breather for Knucks, and Chloe Heath will exit. 3 points in the game for Sullivan. Her first foul shot well short and well off to the right. Was not on line with that attempt. Was the senior from Knoxville, who is closing in on 1,000 points in her Carson-Newman career in just 2 years. Needs just 23 more after that second free throw goes down. 26-21. Porter brings it left to right for the Bears, ranked 18th in the latest coaches poll entering the NCAA tournament. Brown drives left on Knuckles, stops in the paint, dishes out Bowen. Top of the key catch for Elle around his screen, tries a free throw line jump shot, missed it well wide to the left. Hit the backboard first 2, and Rogers collects the miss. Keeley runs the break, dishes to Knuckles, back out front. Gonzalez lines up a long tray and buries it in. They left the trailing Gonzalez open, and she knocks down Carson-Newman's third 3 to push the lead to 8. One-hand pass to Arnold, a jab step, now a crossover dribble on Gonzalez to the basket, shoots over Emily, missed it. Knuckles the defensive rebound. She's fouled by Arnold. And that'll bring us to a break in the action. 29-21, Carson-Newman leads with 4:38 to play until halftime. The Lady Eagles have forced the Bears into misses on 8 of their last 9 shots, and the Bears are just 6 of 26 from the field. 29-21. Carson-Newman leads at the head of the attack for Carson-Newman. Bounces the ball to the baseline. Rogers out to his shooter. Weddington, right wing 3. It's short, and the rebound from the left block gathered in by Elle. Elle brings it front court for the Bears. Top of the key, a right-hand dribble. Rips it inside. Knuckles takes it away. Pendleton was trying to post up, and Knuckles just wraps around to steal the ball. Knuckles, lob pass inside. Weddington, the difficult catch, but threw it away. Was in no man's land from the baseline. Had to fire the pass out quickly, and Carson-Newman turns it over for the 4th time. Brown to the basket, stops, pump fakes, kicks it left wing. Porter triple, short. Follows her miss, drives to the basket, skip pass, turned over. Knuckles another steal. Carson-Newman by 8 points with the ball. 3:40 to go in the first half. Knuckles, top of the key 3. It's up. It's good again. Knuckles can't miss from deep as of late. Her second of this game gives Carson-Newman its first double-digit lead of the day. 32-21. 3:25 to go. Brown fakes a pass, driving right, stops, dishes to Pendleton, and now to Aaliyah Elle. Elle around 2 screens. Hangs from 10 feet, missed the shot strong. Sullivan defensive rebound and a bounce pass to the point guard Gonzalez. 5 straight misses for the Bears from the field. To the left wing, Knuckles. Maddie dribbles inside the arc. She is 4 of 5 and 2 of 2 from 3. Sullivan right wing, less than 3 to go in the half. Pulls up, is Sullivan from the foul line, missed it short. Offensive rebound in the deep corner, tracked down by Keely Rogers. Fresh 20 for Carson-Newman. Gonzalez pick and pop with Weddington. She'll fire at 3. This one's wide left. Only hit the backboard, but Carson-Newman rebounds again. Shot clock didn't reset. 7 to shoot into the corner. Gonzalez drives baseline. Hangs in the air. Missed the shot. It wouldn't have counted anyway. Offensive foul on Gonzalez with Amaya Porter drawing the charge. That is the second on Gonzalez. It comes with 2:37 left until halftime. Carson-Newman's defense just clamping down the Bears, who are 2 of 12 here in quarter 2. They have 4 of their 8 points from the foul line here in quarter 2. They're shooting just 21%, a complete 180 from the regular season meetings. The Bears in the last meeting in the regular season shot 75% in the first quarter. They made 12 shots in the first quarter in the last matchup between these two teams. Totally different situation right now. L at the top of the key. Has the ball, dribbling middle on Rogers. Crosses over, dishes out. Arnold from the left wing tries her hand at a 3. It goes in and out. Gonzalez boxes out for Carson-Newman and grabs the rebound. Lady Eagles by 11. And on a long 7-0 burst that's lasted more than 3 minutes. Knuckles crosses over out front, drives inside, picked up the dribble, and lost it. Arnold swipes it away from her on a double team. 2 minutes to play. Porter kicks it ahead to L at the baseline. Dribble handoff with Arnold. Arnold pump fakes, gives it back to L. Now to the head of the key, Porter. Porter back to L. She drives, spins once, dishes out to Arnold right wing. To the elbow catch for L. Now to the top of the key, Charles. Timer down to 10. L pulls up, foul line shot up, no good. Rebound in the corner, tracked down by Arnold, fresh 20. Alicia Brown reverses to Charles, 3 in the air, 3 is wide left. Rebound, Maddie Knuckles from the baseline, and we've got a foul on LR. Carson-Newman has forced the Bears into 8 consecutive misses from the field. And they haven't scored in more than 4 minutes. The foul going for the rebound on LR is the 5th team foul as well. So Gonzalez is going to walk 94 feet to get 2 free throws after Lauren Arnold went over the back for her 2nd foul. She'll check out. Abigail Brown in. The Bears have missed 8 straight shots. They've made just 1 of their last 14. Gonzalez at the line. First foul shot is up and good. 33-21. It's an 8-0 run for Carson-Newman in 4 minutes. Hard to say run. We'll just say extended run. Free throw up good. 34-21. Timeout LR. Sometimes basketball is as simple as whether you make shots or your opponent does. And right now, Carson-Newman's made double the shots LR has, and that's why the Lady Eagles lead by 13 with 92 seconds left in the opening half of this Southeast Regional Championship game. First Bank is the official bank of Carson-Newman Athletics and the only place where you can get a Carson-Newman Eagles debit card. Stop by any First Bank location today to get your Carson-Newman debit card and show your Eagles pride. Maddie Knuckles continues to be outstanding for Carson-Newman. In 17 minutes, she leads all scorers with 12 points on 4 of 5 shooting. She is 2 of 2 from 3. She has matched her career high in threes with 4 3 times in her last 4 games and is halfway to doing it again tonight. All right, Bears ball out of the timeout. Brown reverses corner to Brown. Alicia gets it back on a return pass from Abigail. And now to L at the foul line. Hands off to Abigail Brown, who drives left, stops in the lane, dribbles at the foul line, crosses over, stops, fades away from 12 feet, and doesn't get the roll. Gonzalez swats the rebound to her teammate Weddington. 65 seconds left. Carson-Newman by 13. Bears haven't scored in nearly 5 minutes. Top of the key, Gonzalez runs the point for the Eagles. Trying to push this 13-point lead out some more. Gonzalez to the basket, hangs in the air, and is fouled. Got around Alicia Brown. The help side defense came late, and Gonzalez drew the foul on Brown from behind, who got beat off the bounce. First on Alicia Brown. We'll send Emily Gonzalez back to the stripe for Carson-Newman. She is 3 of 4 in this game from the line. The senior from Bearden High School in Knoxville, Tennessee, misses the first of 2 shots at the stripe. It went in and out. Gonzalez spins the ball in her hands. Next one up, and it's too strong as well. Abigail Brown rebounds the ball, and the outlet pass goes to Porter, who will walk it up the floor. The second best scoring offense in Division II has been held to 21 points so far. They've missed 9 straight shots. L to Brown, top of the key, fires the 3, and it goes in. First basket for the Bears in more than 5 minutes. Makes it a 10-point game. Rogers brings it front court to break the pressure. Now the ball back to Gonzalez. About a 2.5 second difference between the clocks here late in the half. 20 seconds on the game clock as Knuckles reverses the ball on a chest pass to Sullivan. Sullivan drives middle, stops at the foul line, dishes right wing. Knuckles, 10 to shoot. Knuckles, left-hand dribble, fakes a crossover, now hands it back to Sullivan. L nearly blew up the handoff. Sullivan's got it. 3 seconds, driving to the basket. Right-hand layup up. It is no good, but a blocking foul called with 3.5 seconds left in the first half. Sullivan got to the basket, and Brown got there late trying to take a charge. It is Alicia Brown's second foul in the last minute, and it'll send Jen Sullivan to the line. And a great defensive sequence for the Bears, but they foul late in the clock. And now Jen to get 2 free throws with 3.4 left. First one up and missed it short to the right. Carson-Newman 6 of 12 from the line. If there's been something the Eagles have not done well in this half, it's been shoot free throws well. That's the second miss by Sullivan, and she missed the second one as well. 2 seconds. 1. L will shoot from half court and miss it off the front of the rim. All right, first half in the books. Carson-Newman missed 7 free throws, but leads by 10 because of its defense. The second highest scoring offense in Division II this season is held to a season low 24 first half points. 34-24, Carson-Newman leads. Maddie Knuckles and Emily Gonzalez have 22 of the 34, and Carson-Newman will carry a 10-point lead into the halftime locker room. The Eagle Shop halftime report breaks it all down. What we saw and what you heard from that first half after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the Eagle Shop halftime report in 60 seconds. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
AEC is a distributor of Marathon energy-efficient water heaters. We offer 30-gallon to 105-gallon tanks. Marathon water heaters are durable, lightweight, and under warranty to not leak as long as you own your home. Foam insulation allows these thermal storage units to provide long-term temperature control. Marathon's lightweight tank is easier to maneuver and position, and the bowl-shaped tank bottom allows complete sediment drain. AEC, empowering efficiency.
It's halftime on the Eagle Sports Network. Highlights, a check of the Eagle Shop scoreboard, and stats are headed your way.
Euro step in the lane, shot up off glass. It falls in for Keely Rogers.
Now let's head back to the arena. Here's the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
Carson-Newman by 10 points, 34-24 at intermission of this Southeast Regional Championship game, the fourth for Carson-Newman in program history and the first for Lenoir Rhyne. Their first appearance, Carson-Newman's fourth. And it's the Eagles by 10 points, 34-24 at intermission. Let's tell you how we got to this point if you're just joining us. By the score, you'll obviously hear that Lenoir Rhyne struggled offensively. Carson-Newman and the Bears went back and forth in the opening minutes. Carson-Newman would grab control of this lead, though, thanks to 5 straight points to end the first quarter. Gonzalez, 3 of them, to help Carson-Newman lead 17-13 at the end of the first quarter. Lenoir Rhyne had just 1 field goal in the final 4 minutes of the first quarter, and that kind of carried into the second frame as the Bears struggled in the second quarter. Carson-Newman took advantage. Maddie Knuckles made a layup 2 minutes into the quarter to increase CN's lead to 23-17. The Bears got within 3 on a 3-point play, but the rest of the half was Carson-Newman. LR went more than 6 minutes without a basket, and Carson-Newman during that stretch went on an 11-4 run. There was a 9-0 run in that burst, but LR's only basket was the final basket of that second quarter, an Alicia Brown 3 with 40 seconds left in the half. Made it 34-24. Maddie Knuckles and Emily Gonzalez, though, carrying the way for Carson-Newman. Knuckles and Gonzalez finished that first half scoring 12 of the team's final 13 points of the half. They have combined for 22 of the team's 30. Knuckles is 4 of 5 and 2 of 2 from 3 and has a game-high 12 points, while Emily Gonzalez is 3 of 6 from the field, is buried at 3 and has 10 points to score in double figures already. Jen Sullivan, Caroline Hill, each with 4 points for a Carson-Newman offense that shot 40% and 36 from 3. But the story of the half is Mike Mincy's defense, which continues to clamp up in the postseason. They held the number 2 scoring offense in the country statistically at 87 points per game to just 24 first-half points. The Bears went 4 of 16 in the first quarter and 3 of 17 in the second quarter to finish 7 of 33 from the field. They shot just 21%. 3 of their 7 field goals were threes, but they had to do that on 17 attempts. They were 3 of 17 from long range in that first half as well. Rebounding battle has been very competitive. Both teams have attacked the offensive glass. There have been a combined 15 offensive rebounds. The Bears have a +1 advantage on the glass, or it's actually even. 25 all is the rebounding battle. Carson-Newman has 7 offensive rebounds, 16 total offensive rebounds. Carson-Newman's doubled up LR in points in the paint. It's a 16-8 advantage, and that has helped aid Carson-Newman to a 10-point lead here at intermission. This is not the only regional championship going on. Many others happening across Division II on this Monday night. We will tell you about some of those Division II scores and teams that are trying to compete and play for a spot in next week's Elite 8 at UPMC Fieldhouse in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We'll tell you about those scores when we return to Tex Turner Arena after this.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeaneagles.com/Eagle Club.
A check of the SAC scoreboard is next. Stick around on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
The Eagles Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a scoreboard update. Now back to the arena.
All right, Andrew Rogers back courtside where Carson-Newman leads Lenoir Rhyne, the 18th ranked team in the country and the second seed in the Southeast Regional. Trails Carson-Newman, who's the number 5 seed, 34-24. Here's some other regional championships that we can discuss at the break. Some of them will get started at 8 o'clock Eastern time, but the ones that are going on right now, IUP up in the Atlantic Regional, Indiana, Pennsylvania. Trails, they're the top seed. They're trailing Winston-Salem State 32-27. Holy Family is the 5 seed in its regional, and it leads Damon 37-19. Damon, the higher seeded team there. They're the 3rd seed, but trailing the 5 seed Holy Family 37-19. Grand Valley State is the reigning Division II women's basketball champions, and they lead Northwood 34-27. Grand Valley State, one of the top-ranked teams in the country. Should they win, they'll be one of the top-ranked teams in next week's Elite 8. Central Washington will play at 10 o'clock tonight against Cal Poly Pomona. That's a 1-3 matchup there. Texas Women's made the Elite 8 National Championship game as well last year. They play Colorado Mesa at 8 o'clock tonight as well. And in the South Regional, it is UAH, Alabama Huntsville against Eckerd in a 1-3 matchup. Eckerd's won convincingly in the first 2 rounds, while Huntsville at home has had to battle through some close contests. The final regional to discuss, Minnesota Duluth against Concordia St. Paul. That's Minnesota Duluth as the 8th seed. They upset the top seed Minnesota State and the top 3 team in the country in the first round, and Duluth is all the way to the title game of that regional. They'll take on Concordia St. Paul in just a few minutes. All right, it is halftime here at Tex Turner Arena. Carson-Newman is 20 minutes away from moving on to the Elite 8 for the second time in program history. The Lady Eagles this season, when leading at halftime, are 19-2. They do it for the 3rd straight game in the NCAA tournament, lead at the break, and they have won 5 straight when leading at halftime. Can the Eagles put together another great second-half performance defensively? They're up by 10, and we'll bring you the second half from Tex Turner Arena here in Harrogate, Tennessee, after these messages. You're listening to Carson-Newman Women's Basketball at the NCAA Tournament on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Into the front court, loses her dribble, kicks it out, right wing, three from Bergstrom is up and good! As the buzzer sounds to end the first half.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
All right, second half action on the way. 34 for Carson-Newman here at intermissions. We get set for the start of the third quarter. 24 for Lenoir Rhyne. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Eagles Sports Network. All right, 10-point Carson-Newman lead as we begin the second half. It'll be LR basketball. Good contingent of Eagle fans have made the trip from Jefferson City and other places as well. The Carson-Newman cheerleading team is here. The Carson-Newman band is in town. We've talked about the first 2 days how the lower bowl behind Carson-Newman's bench has been basically full. The sections above that basically almost as full as well. It's a good contingent. Not all the way full, obviously, but a pretty good crowd and a much better crowd, double the size of what LR has to work with here today. Clock did not start right away. The game clock did. 4 seconds in on the game clock, but just a second came off the shot clock. So they'll alter that real quick. Good job by the officiating crew that has been assigned to this regional championship game to quickly work on that. Now they're matching. 4 seconds off the game and shot clock. Bears will get into their offensive set. To the post they go. Abigail Brown. Pump fakes. Goes up and under. Lost the ball. Goes back up. Knuckles blocked. But a foul called with Abigail Brown shooting a layup from the left block. Foul on Maddie Knuckles. Knuckles commits her first. It comes 10 seconds into the third. And that'll send Abigail Brown, the conference's freshman of the year, SAC conference freshman of the year, to the line. And her first free throw is good. Just her third point and just her 10th point during this entire NCAA tournament for a player that averages 15 a night. Next one up gets the friendly roll after hitting the front of the iron. It goes through, and it's a single-digit game, 34-26. Rogers races into the front court, bounce pass to a cutting Weddington, dish it right wing, catch by Sullivan, drive inside, bounce pass, Weddington catches, shoots, missed the layup. It is loose, and Arnold rips it away from two Lady Eagles. Transition go the Bears. Porter to the wing, to the left wing, Alicia Brown, Abigail Brown. Ball reverses to Amaya Porter around a right wing screen, drive inside, lost it on the way through. Gonzalez swipes it away. Emily to the basket, right hand layup is good. Gonzalez with 12 in the championship game, and Carson-Newman has its first points of half two. L to the elbow for Brown. Chest pass, Arnold. She pump fakes a triple. Now dishes to L, and now a chest pass to Porter. Halfway through the possession, Porter leashes one over to Arnold, who drives baseline and finishes through Delaney Weddington's defense. Nice work by Arnold for her fifth point, and the Bears back within single digits. Rogers quickly the other way. Bounce pass. Weddington lost it on the way up. Porter the steal, and then a foul by Gonzalez in transition. And that is the third foul on Emily Gonzalez with 8:45 to play here in quarter 3. First player in the game from either side with 3 is Carson-Newman's senior point guard, who has been fantastic this tournament. Mike Mincy will leave his veteran point guard out on the floor. Porter at the controls, offers the ball to L right wing. Top of the key catch, Alicia Brown to Abigail Brown, who faces from the right elbow. The freshman dribbles left, going to the basket, stops her momentum, shoots over Knuckles and scores. The lefty has 4 after halftime, after just 2 in the entire first half, and it's a 6-point game. Gonzalez bounce past Knuckles at the elbow. Knucks fakes a handoff with Sullivan, driving baseline, spins, met by a second defender, got around the defender, got blocked though. Rogers comes up with the ball. Keeley looks and now gives the ball to Weddington in the deep corner. Delaney dribbles with her left hand, back out near the wing. 7 to shoot, ball reverse. Sullivan, left wing 3, in the air, off the backboard strong. Rebound Porter. 6-point game. Bears can make it a 1-possession game on this trip. Just more than 2 minutes into the third. Abigail Brown, right corner 3, too strong. Keeley Rogers, a defensive rebound. Rogers brings it up the floor from the left side of the floor. Right-hand dribble to a back-cutting Sullivan for a right-hand layup. Rogers orchestrates the offense for her third dime, and the lead is 8. Top of the key, L. Pass to Arnold, out of the elbow, Brown. The 5-man, and Brown gives it to Alicia Brown. Around a screen, fires a 3. Gonzalez blocked the shot. Rebound, Carson-Newman. That's the first statistically recorded block of the game for the Lady Eagles. Gonzalez dribbles out front. Around 2 screens. Stops. Looks for a pass. Now bounces to Rogers. Keeley driving to the basket. Right-hand shot off the window. Left it short. Porter rebounds. Porter transition across midcourt. Eagles by 8. 3 minutes into the second half. Arnold left wing 3. Kaboom. Lauren Arnold buries her second 3. And we have a timeout. I think Mike Mincy called a timeout, and they're also going to review to see if that was a 3 or a 2. 6:52 to go third quarter. The Bears off and running here in the third. After just 11 second quarter points, they've scored 9 points in 3 minutes and 8 seconds to bring Carson-Newman's lead from what was 10 down to 5. 38-33, just more than 3 minutes into the third here on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser-focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
38-33, 3 minutes and 8 seconds into quarter 3. Carson-Newman's lead down to 5. These are the things Mike Mincy talked about. If you joined us in our pregame conversation, can his team weather some LR storms? This offense high octane. Can Carson-Newman weather this storm and stay on the right side of it? Eagles break some full court pressure from the Bears. Sullivan in the corner, Knuckles catches, throws inside for Rogers at the baseline to a cutting Weddington right-hand layup, and it scoops in. Rogers to Weddington. 4th assist is Weddington's 4th point. And the Lady Eagles go back up 7. Bowen to Brown. She catches at the elbow. Driving left on Knuckles. Got around her. Makes a layup off glass. Abigail Brown has 8. 6 after halftime. Eagles quickly the other way. Sullivan catches, shoots, and scores. LR didn't get back defensively, and Sullivan answers. Back to a 7-point Carson-Newman lead. Porter to Brown. Fakes a pass, now gives to Winterton, who drives baseline, puts one up, got it blocked by Rogers. Carson-Newman rebounds. Transition, Carson-Newman moving left to right, and Mike Mincy says, let's slow it down and run a set. 4 minutes into this third quarter, Gonzalez around a right wing screen, kicks the ball to Knuckles around his screen. Maddie doesn't have a shot and hands off to a curling Gonzalez at the top of the key. She drives, goes corner for Sullivan. She pump fakes, splits two, bounce pass behind Rogers. Turnover, Carson-Newman, number 8. One less than the Bears, who have the ball back, down 7 with 5:41 to go in this third quarter. Porter across half court. Right-hand dribble around a Bowen screen. Pick and pop for her at the left wing. Not open for a three. Now she hands to Brown. Long three in the air. It's too strong. Rebound bounces in the painted area where Rogers shields off L for the rebound. Carson-Newman big ball. Gonzalez comes across half court. Goes Sullivan in the corner. She's doubled. Now dishes to Knuckles. Back to Sullivan at the wing. She drives baseline. Met by 2. Finds a cutting Rogers in the paint. She's not open. Now lobs Knuckles. 3 in the air. This one's short. Wide left as well. And Winterton rebounds. Halfway through quarter 3. Carson-Newman by 7. Winterton driving inside. Right-hand shot. Missed it short. Rebound. We're going to have a held ball underneath. And the arrow favors Carson-Newman, and it'll bring us to a timeout. Well, Carson-Newman somewhat weathering this LR storm. The Bears got within 5, but some Lady Eagle baskets here from Sullivan and Weddington keep the lead at 7. 42-35. 4:55 to go in the third quarter of the Southeast Regional Championship. One of these two teams is going to cut down the nets at the end of the night here on the Eagles Sports Network.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
4:55 to go in quarter 3, where Carson-Newman leads 42-35. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital laser focused on your success. Sullivan doubled across midcourt, gives the ball to Gonzalez. Eagles will reset their offense with 15 seconds to shoot. Emily dishes the ball to Knuckles at the top of the key. Knuckles looks for a backdoor cut. It's not there. Now drives baseline, splits 2, shoots one up, missed it. Rogers offensive rebound, kicks it out. Sullivan, a shooter for 3, swished it in. A Rogers offensive rebound turns into a Sullivan tray ball, and the league back to double digits. 45-35. Brown head of the key, ball above her head, hands off to Porter. Porter, the point guard, picked up her dribble and gives to L. She's been quiet in the second half, just 5 points and 1 basket, and missed her 9th shot attempt on her scoop shot with the right hand, and Carson-Newman rebounds and brings it front court. Gonzalez in front of the Lady Eagles bench, pressured by L and fouled. Foul on the Bears. Their first foul of quarter 3 is on their all-SAC first-teamer, Aaliyah L., her second. Trio of subs for the Bears: Alicia Brown, Trista Charles, Lauren Arnold, all back on the floor. Carson-Newman has made 1 sub after halftime. They've got Sybil Penland out there right now in the place of Delaney Weddington. That occurred at the last media break about a minute ago. Rogers inbounds for Gonzalez. Bears on another scoring drought of 2.5 minutes. Emily around his screen, pressured, gives the ball to Knuckles out front. She pump fakes a triple, drives baseline, met by 2, crosses over, drives inside. Right-hand float shot is no good. Arnold deflects the rebound out of bounds. It'll stay with Carson-Newman. And a fresh 20 seconds to work with. The Bears had 7 offensive rebounds early in this game. And only have 9, while Carson-Newman now has collected 9 itself. There is a score discrepancy here. The scoreboard inside Tex Turner Arena has 45-36. Our live statistics have 45-35. They have added a point to LR's score, and I think it's occurred in the last minute or so, and now they've taken it away. So now one of the 3 officials is over checking with the scorebook and the official score to try to determine how many points should be on the scoreboard. Again, live stats have 45-35, and that is what the score is. So it is Carson-Newman ball, right baseline, it will inbound. Gonzalez chest pass the ball into Sullivan at the wing. Sullivan driving baseline, a Euro step in the lane, dish to Rogers, back to Sullivan. Extra pass, Knuckles 3, but before the shot, a travel on Jen. 9 Carson-Newman turnovers. And the ball back to Lenoir Rhyne, who trails by 10, as Amaya Porter will return to the Bears floor. And she will take Alicia Brown's place. All right, Bears ball. They've missed their last 4 shots here in quarter 3 after starting this quarter 4 of 6. Porter lobs the ball to Arnold out front, guarded by Sybil Penland. Arnold picked up her dribble and threw it away out of bounds. Cross-court pass was well out of the reach of Winterton, and it's LR's 10th turnover. Ball back to Carson-Newman. The Bears have not led since Carson-Newman's late burst in the first. Penland dribbles to the wing after catching the ball on the inbound and now bounces the ball to Rogers, who gives to Knuckles. Knuckles turns and faces a couple of dribbles, still dribbling, and now gives to Sullivan. Back out front, Rogers. Plenty of time to shoot, 15 on the timer. Keeley, right-hand dribble with 3 to play in the third. Nearly had it ripped away. Keeley falls down and is fouled. Winterton nearly took the ball, but then didn't get the ball and was fouled. Or then fouled Rogers. Actually, they called that on, who did they call that on? They called that on 24 White. 24 White wasn't on the floor. They are trying now to determine who the foul was on at midcourt. Arnold was, actually, she was on the floor, but she was well away from the play. And now the official is confirming who the foul should be on. And I think they have just changed it to who it should be. Madeline Winterton, and it is her 3rd. She was the one that knocked over Rogers. So it's her foul. It is LR's 2nd team foul. 3:02 to go. Fresh 20 here in the third for Carson-Newman to work with. Pass into the interior. Sullivan from mid-range scores. Nice offensive set on the sideline entry. Sullivan knocks home her 13th point, and Carson-Newman's lead is 12. Free throw line catch for Charles, a right-hand dribble going to the basket, and she tried to force it in but missed it, rolls out, and Penland grabs the miss. Gonzalez across half court for Carson-Newman, who leads by 12 with 2.5 left in the third. 7-0 extended run again for the Lady Eagles. Gonzalez around a double screen, dribbling left, gets to the paint, stops, looks, gives to Rogers, 8 to shoot. Keeley into the painted area. Right-hand dribble to the block. Finds a cutting Knuckles. 1 dribble. A shot up with the left hand. It sneaks through. Knuckles gives Carson-Newman its largest lead of the day at 14. A 9-0 run for the Lady Eagles here in the third. 2 to play. Porter harassed by Sullivan. Wild shot running. Missed everything. Gonzalez the defensive rebound. 100 seconds left in the third. Gonzalez one-hand pass to Sullivan to the corner Penland. The Eagles will run their offense. Sybil driving to the basket. Right-hand shot from the left side. Missed it. Rogers slaps the rebound to a Bear in Porter, who quickly brings it front court. Chest pass to a driving Charles. She goes up and missed it through contact. Gonzalez rebounds. 90 seconds left in the third. The Bears have missed 7 straight shots. They started the quarter 4 of 6, and they're now 4 of 14. Rogers catches out front. Bounce pass, Knuckles at the foul line. Her back to the basket. 2 defenders go by. She drives right. Stops at the block. Lobs it out. Sullivan. 5 to shoot. Jen driving middle. Got bumped and fouled. 3rd team foul on the Bears. That is Porter's first. 1 minute, 10 seconds left in the period. LR's going back to the bench. Abigail Brown and Tatum Bowen will return, and Ellen Charles will sit. The Bears have not scored in more than 5 minutes. Another 5-minute scoring drought for Emery Satoris' team. Inbound to Knuckles. Carson-Newman by 14. They give the ball to Sullivan at the foul line. Off the sideline inbound. Now to Gonzalez, right wing. Gonzalez around a Knuckles screen. LR switches defensively. Gonzalez dishes to the right wing. Knuckles, catch fire. Kaboom! Nux his third three. The lead is 17. Nux has 17. 50 seconds left in the third. Brown to the basket for a left-hand layup. It rolls off the iron. An 8th straight miss for the Bears. Carson-Newman rebounds and brings it front court. Up 17. A 12-0 run in over 5.5 minutes here in the third. Gonzalez out front. Shot clock at 12, game clock at 25. Gonzalez out front, a right-hand dribble. Fights around Alicia Brown, gets to the basket, floater off glass, too strong. Winterton rebounds, falls down with it. Alicia Brown skips it to Porter. 12 seconds, Porter, left corner, to a Bowen three. Got it, much needed Bears basket. 5 seconds, Carson-Newman inbounds to Gonzalez. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Gonzalez lobs to Rogers. 1, Rogers heaves it up and missed it front iron. Third quarter complete. Carson-Newman went on a 12-0 run that lasted 6 minutes. A Tatum Bowen three snaps an LR scoring drought of 6+ minutes, and it brings Carson-Newman's lead to 14. 10 more minutes on the clock. A spot in the Elite 8 next week on the line. It's Carson-Newman 52. It's Lenoir Rhyne 38. We head to the final frame after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeaneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. Contact Carson-Newman men's basketball alumnus Taylor Hawkins at seeaneagles.com/Modern Woodman to help secure your family's financial future. Lenoir Rhyne basketball, they're down 14 to start the fourth. Inbound entry to Knuckles. She takes it away from Brown. LR's 11th turnover. Knuckles just wrapped around Brown to deflect away that entry feed to the block for the turnover. Sullivan around his screen. Chest pass, right corner. Knuckles rips through going baseline, met by 2. Dishes out Rogers. Ball reverses to Gonzalez, who drives middle. Gives it back to Rogers. Now to Sullivan. Ball moving for the Eagles here. Penland drives middle. Dishes back corner. Rogers attacks middle. Hangs, floats it up, fading away. Missed it. Gonzalez with the post position for the rebound. Gives to Penland. And Mike Mincy from the baseline would like to use a timeout. 9:23 to go in the fourth quarter. We're just 37 seconds in. And after an LR turnover, Carson-Newman's had the ball since, but neither team has scored. 52-38, just 37 seconds come off the clock here to start the fourth. We'll take another break. It's the Lady Eagles 52 and the Bears 38 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
All right, 37 seconds into quarter four. It's Carson-Newman 52 and Rhyne 38. Carson-Newman's trying to get back to the Elite Eight for the first time since 2018 and for just the second time in school history. Sullivan catches the inbound. She's driving right inside the paint. Dish it off. Rogers, a power dribble and a right-hand layup from the right block. Keeley's first basket comes here in the fourth, and it grows Carson-Newman's lead back to 16. Brown, a chest pass, Arnold. Carson-Newman's defense and crowd chanting for defense as Brown stops in the lane, fades away, and airballed the shot out of bounds. It's not been Abigail Brown's day. It's not been any of LR's days offensively. She's 3 of 13 for a Bears offense that is 25% from the field. Abigail Brown will exit, and in comes Aaliyah L., who's been quiet, just 1 of 9 shooting for her. And the Bears will call for a timeout. That timeout earlier in the first half, late in that first half actually, was an LR timeout. So they only have 1 left a minute into this fourth quarter. Carson-Newman called one just a moment ago. They have 3 left when it gets down the stretch here. Bears will have 1. Carson-Newman will have 3. Story of this game, if you're just joining us, Carson-Newman has locked down the second-best offensive team in Division II this season. In terms of teams left, there's only 16 left across Division II women's basketball, and this LR offense leads the country in scoring. Among those 16 teams, they've been held to 38 points tonight on 24% shooting. A defensive masterclass from an offensive-minded head coach. Sybil Penland inbounds the ball to Emily Gonzalez. Gonzalez sprinting away from a double team as she crosses half court, lost the ball. Porter throws it into the backcourt where Carson-Newman will track it down to save the possession. Shot clock resets. Sullivan across half court gives the ball to Sybil Penland. 1 dribble and a pass to Knuckles. Knucks dribbles out front and hands the ball to Sullivan. Now into the corner, Rogers. Rogers fakes a pass, now lobs it to Maddie Knuckles, who catches with 1 hand out front. She dribbles, try to hand off. Sullivan near the sideline, saves it. 9 seconds to shoot. Emily around a Rogers screen, driving left, hesitates on a 3, drives, stops, pivots, running shot with the right hand, missed it short. Rebound, Lauren Arnold. Arnold leads the break for the Bears. Right hand dribble into the lane, dishes, right corner, Winterton 3, got it. LR's 6-3 makes it a 13-point game. 8:05 to play. Rogers catches the inbound, dishes to Gonzalez. Gonzalez lobs front court for Sybil Penland. Sybil looks and now gives it back to Gonzalez. Eagles will set up their offense here half court. Gonzalez drives to the elbow, feeds to a cutting Keely Rogers, who drives baseline, lost it, gathers it back, kicks it out. Knuckles 3 got blocked. Rebound Arnold, skip past front court. L catches, driving inside. Right hand layup is good and 1. And that's the 4th foul on Emily Gonzalez. So not only is it a 3-point play opportunity, but it is the 4th foul on Carson-Newman's senior guard, Emily Gonzalez. Delaney Weddington went to the scores table. She'll take Sybil Penland's place. So Mike Mincy is going to continue to play his stout senior point guard Gonzalez, who has not left the floor in this game. With those 4 fouls with 7:44 to play, as L's free throw misses. Knuckles grabs the rebound from the baseline. 54-43, 5 straight for the Bears. Gonzalez, 1-hand pass front court to Sullivan, lob inside. Rogers had her pass intended for her, deflected out. Carson-Newman having to navigate some of this Lenoir-Rhyne run and jump pressure in this fourth quarter. 7:33 to play in this regional championship in the Southeast. Gonzalez will inbound from the right baseline. She looks and now fires the pass to Keely Rogers, right wing. Keely driving right and lost the ball in the lane. Winterton ties her up. The arrow favors Carson-Newman, so the Eagles will keep it and they'll have 17 to shoot. Well, the Bears started the third quarter well, made 4 of their first 6 shots. Here in the fourth, they've made 2 of their first 3. Sullivan inbounds to the baseline. Gonzalez catches. She drives, now backs her defender down, gets into the middle of the paint, running shot with the right hand, off the window, count it, and one. A Gonzalez three-point play opportunity puts Carson-Newman back up 13 with 7:24 to play. A championship performance from Emily Gonzalez. She's got 14 with 6 rebounds and has not left the floor and buries the free throw. Three-point play complete. Her 128th career game has been a good one. Winterton to the basket, lobs it now back out front. Arnold drives inside, hangs in the air, missed a wild shot. LR taps the rebound out of bounds. 57-43, 7:11 to play. Carson-Newman with another defensive stand. Forced a difficult shot from Arnold and then boxed out to get LR to touch it last. Eagles navigating the pressure, ball into the middle for Weddington. She drives across midcourt, now chest passes the ball to Gonzalez, now back out Rogers, now back to Emily. Gonzalez crosses over, stops her momentum, met by a double, bounce pass to a driving Maddie Knuckles, right-hand layup, uncontested, extends the lead to 16. 19 for Nux. We're more than 3 minutes into the final quarter. Porter to the basket, lobs to L, she catches, pump fake, shoots and scores. Aaliyah L with 9 points. It's back down to a 14-point game. Gonzalez near the sideline. Quickly broke the pressure. Here comes a late double. She gives to Rogers, who skips it right corner. Sullivan, tray ball, butter! Jen Sullivan's third triple. The lead back to 17. Porter the other way for the answer. Missed it wide left. Long rebound to Winterton at the left wing. 62-45, Carson-Newman. It's made its last 3 shots to weather another LR storm. Porter to the baseline, L. Crossover on Rogers, got around her, right-hand layup, no good, but a foul. Just Carson-Newman's 9th foul of the game. And this one is on Keely Rogers. Second on Rogers, and the second on Carson-Newman here in quarter 4. 6:01 to play. Carson-Newman's lead is 17. Jen Sullivan sprinting toward the sideline and to the team bench and is having a conversation with coaching staff and athletic trainer Rebecca Spate. Maybe about some blood. She gets a drink of water from the bench. And they are going to give Sullivan, I think, some time to attend to this bloodied lip across the end of the way. Sullivan going to go back to the floor. The official's going to check Sullivan to make sure that she has no blood. And she is okay. All right, 6:01 to play. 2 free throws for Aaliyah L. This will be her 6th and 7th attempts of the night. First one for the junior guard is up and good. She has 10 points now in this basketball game, but 6 of these 10 have come from the line. Check that, 4 of the 10, sorry. These are her 6th and 7th free throw attempts. Their 7th free throw attempt is good. 5 makes at the line for her 11th point. And it's a 15-point game. Carson-Newman quickly breaks the pressure into the front court. Gonzalez sprints into the corner. Now rolls the ball out to Rogers near midcourt. Lob pass, Knuckles catches top of the key. Now to the point guard, Gonzalez. Wraps around a Knuckles screen. Now brings it back outside the arc and gives to Sullivan. Sullivan ball fakes. Driving middle on Brown. Gets around her to the basket. Jen with a left-hand layup. Missed it in a foul. Sullivan wrapped her way all the way around the floor from the right wing all the way around the left elbow to get to the left block to draw the foul on Alicia Brown. 3rd on Brown, 2nd on the Bears. Will send Jen Sullivan to the foul line. She's got 16 in the game on 6 of 11 shooting. Her first foul shot is good. 63-47. Carson-Newman as a team, 45%, 41% from 3. Next one up good, 64-47. The lead grows for the Lady Eagles. Tatum Bowen back in there. LR brings out Alicia Brown. Carson-Newman has not trailed in this game since gaining a late first quarter lead thanks to 5 straight points. Winterton out front. Gives the ball to Abigail Brown. Brown spins and traveled. Took an extra step to get to that right block for a layup and traveled. LR commits its 13th turnover to just Carson-Newman's 9. 17-point Lady Eagles lead. One-hand pass for Gonzalez that bounces into the front court in the hands of Rogers. Now to Gonzalez. Top of the key dribble for Emily, dribbling right. Around a knuckles screen, cut off. Now driving right to the basket, spins again, gives to Rogers who cuts. Keeley navigates the lane, now dribbles back out front. Skip past Gonzalez. One dribble, now a pass to the baseline, 2 out of reach for Delaney Weddington. With exactly 5 to play, the Bears will bring Lauren Arnold back in. With Carson-Newman up 17, 64-46. A game where the Lady Eagles have led for more than 31 minutes. Porter right-hand dribble out front. The Bears have just 47 points. Pass to the foul line. L catches, fakes, now kicks it out. Winterton, step back, now a pump fake on a 3. Gives it to Arnold. She drives, had it turned over. Rogers steps into the passing lane for the steal. A 13th LR turnover. Eagles content with running some clock. 4.5 to play. Rogers dribbles out front and fouled by Arnold. Lauren Arnold commits her 3rd foul. And Carson-Newman's crowd starting to sense some things with 4:29 to play. Just the 3rd team foul after Arnold's 3rd will force Carson-Newman inbound from its bench area as Abigail Brown will quickly come back into the game and take Tatum Bowen's place. Bears and head coach Emery Satoris looking for anything right now to try to overcome the deficit that is 17. Gonzalez drives baseline, cut off, trying to pass the ball to Sullivan, and it got thrown out of bounds. Carson thought it was deflected. It was not, though. It's a turnover, number 11. Ball back to the Bears. They're down 17. They started the quarter 2 of 3 from the field. They've made 1 of their last 4. Pass into the corner, Winterton. A jab step and a 3 is an air ball. It bounces along the baseline where Arnold tracks it down. Arnold fires a pass to Porter. Now over to Abigail Brown. Left wing 3. No good. It spins out. Another Arnold rebound. Arnold looks for a pass into the paint. Tries to find Brown and traveled. Lifted her pivot foot before the pass, and the Bears give it back. 2 teams trading turnovers, and Carson-Newman's content with doing that as long as LR doesn't score any baskets. But if they're turning it over, it doesn't matter. 4 to play here in the 4th. Carson-Newman leads by 17. Gonzalez across the sideline. Here comes the double team. She spins from away from the second defender, gives it to Rogers. Cross-court knuckles. One more. Sullivan triple got blocked, and a foul going for the rebound. Knuckles, or check that, I think it was Rogers that was pushed in the back going for the rebound by Porter. Amaya Porter's 2nd foul. It's the 4th on the Bears. They have none left to give with 3:47 left here in the final frame. Eagles have the ball. Fresh 20-second shot clock. Gonzalez pump fakes a 3 from the wing. Gives it to Rogers. Keeley, a right-hand dribble. Backdoor goes Sullivan. The pass too hot for her. And another turnover. 3:37 to play in quarter 4. Carson-Newman by 17. Bears have not scored in 2.5 minutes. Porter to the basket, splits 2. Layup's no good. Missed it short, but a foul. It'll be the 3rd team foul on Carson-Newman. Who's it on? It is on Delaney Weddington. Weddington, in her 5th career start, commits her 1st foul. Free throws for Amaya Porter, the 5'5 sophomore. The freshman, or the sophomore, spins the ball in her hands. First foul shot is too strong. The Bears have been good from the line. That's just their 3rd miss in 14 foul shots tonight. Carson-Newman's band urging a miss again from Porter, and they don't get it. It's an in and out, or it's an in and back, around and out, and finally in. Free throw good for Porter. 64-48, 3:20 to play. Carson-Newman breaks some pressure and gives the ball to Sullivan right side. Sullivan, in and out dribble, stops, dishes, pass deflected, turned over. Bears come up with another turnover. That's Carson-Newman's 4th in the last 3 minutes. L driving in transition to the basket, running layup, missed it with the right hand. Porter grabbed the rebound and got fouled. Carson-Newman's 4th team foul is on Maddie Knuckles. That's the junior from Chatsworth, Georgia's 2nd. And that'll send Abigail Brown to the line. So the Bears getting what they want. They are trying to score, but the clock stopped. Here is a Brown free throw, up and good. The South Atlantic Conference's Freshman of the Year has her 9th point. 3rd from the line. She spins it, and the lefty fires the second one up and swished it in. 64-50, and the Bears will call their final timeout with 3:07 to play. LR's not made a basket in more than 3.5 minutes, but they have brought Carson-Newman's lead, which has been as high as 17, down to 14 with 3 minutes and 7 seconds to play in the Southeast Regional Championship game. Eagle fans, we invite you to stick around for the Domino's postgame report. We'll have our selection of the premier player of the game. Excellence doesn't happen by accident. The premier team delivers service with pride. Maddie Knuckles has a game-high 19 points. She is 7 of 12 from 3. Emily Gonzalez is 5 of 10 with 15 points. Sullivan, though, right behind Knuckles. Jen has 18 points on 6 of 12 shooting, and Jen is just 9 points away from 1,000 in her Carson-Newman career. How about that? In just more than 60 career games in the orange and blue, Jen is closing in on 1,000 points. She needs 9 more in this game or for this team to see its season extend in order for that 1,000 point mark to be true and to come her way. She's already hit it for her collegiate career that started at Tennessee Tech, but closing in on doing it in just 2 years with the Lady Eagles. All right, Carson-Newman's turned it over 4 times in the last 2.5 minutes. Can they clean things up offensively against this LR pressure to close this thing out? Up 14. Eagles inbound to Rogers, now to Weddington to skip it into the front court. Sullivan back to the point guard, Gonzalez. 3 to play. The Eagles will set their offense. Here comes a Bears double. They give it to Gonzalez. She's open, now lobs inside. Weddington, ball fakes, right hand layup, flips it off the window. Delaney's 6th point makes it 66-50. 2:45 to play. Porter, a right-hand dribble into the corner. It goes for Winterton. Back out front, L. She'll try a 3. Missed it well short. Weddington, the defensive rebound. 2.5 minutes to play in the championship game. Rogers into the corner. Weddington, a ball fake. Delaney drives, doubled. Throws it back out. Rogers now to the paint for Knuckles. Back to Gonzalez. Pick and pop with Nux. The ball moves quickly to Rogers. Clock down to 9. Keeley gives it to Maddie Knuckles. Top of the key. Nux drives right. Dishes way out front. Sullivan, 4 seconds. Sullivan crossing over. 3, 2. Sullivan flips it up short. Weddington, the rebound. Missed the follow. But the officials are going to call a shot clock violation. Although that layup from Sullivan seemed to hit the bottom of the rim. And then Weddington quickly rebounded it and missed her shot, but got it back. So the officials are going to go to the video monitor across the way at the scores table to determine what is the situation here. 66-50, Carson-Newman leads Lenoir Rhyne. The Bears have missed their last 5 shots. They have gone on scoring droughts twice in this game that have lasted more than 6 minutes. Those happened in the second and third quarters of this game. The Bears in the third quarter went 6 minutes and 11 seconds without a field goal, and that's why Carson-Newman grew a lead to 17. In quarter 2, the Bears went on a 5-minute, 14-second scoring drought, but a field goal drought of more than 6 minutes. Those droughts in the middle quarters allowed Carson-Newman to create separation to push past the Bears. That's why this lead is where it is, and the defense in the final frame has been just as good as the others. They have held the Bears to 30% shooting here in the fourth and 26% shooting for the game. To put this performance in perspective on a defensive standpoint, LR scored 103 points in the first meeting and 93 in the second meeting. They scored 196 points in 2 victories against Carson in the regular season and shot above 50% from the field in both. 2 to play. They do determine that the ball hit the shot, or the ball hit the rim. and it is not a shot clock violation. So Carson-Newman ball to inbound from the baseline with a fresh 20-second shot clock. Sullivan inbounds from the baseline. Knuckles gives it back to Jen. 2 to play in the title game. Gonzalez to Rogers, left wing. Rogers top of the key, bounce pass. Weddington, left hand layup. The lead is 18 with 110 seconds left. Porter to the basket, running wild shot, missed it short. Weddington the rebound. Rips it away from the Bears and outlets the ball to Knuckles, who cross-courts it to Gonzalez into the front court. Sullivan, skip it middle. Rogers, one more Knucks. 90 seconds to play. To the right wing, Sullivan. Sullivan bumped by Brown. $1:25 to play. Long skip past Rogers. 9 to shoot. Knuckles out front. Lobs it back to Sullivan. 6 seconds. Jen from the right wing. Lobs it to Knuckles. 3 seconds. Gonzalez pump fakes 2. Pulls up. An air ball. Shot clock violation, but when you're up 18 with 72 seconds left, that's just as good as a make. They run all that clock and don't turn it over. The Bears will roll it into the front court. Porter, long 3, top of the key. It's an air ball. 68 seconds left. And Carson-Newman's crowd starting to sense it here in Harrogate. Gonzalez in the backcourt. Doubled, lobs middle. Weddington catches away from a Bear. Tried an overhead pass into the front court and got fouled from behind. Alicia Brown, no, check that. They're going to call it on Winterton. That is her 4th, and it is LR's 5th. They have none left to give, so that will send Weddington to the line with exactly 60 seconds left. And the Eagles up 18. Weddington's first one is good. It gets the friendly roll. 69-50. Mike Mincy, Dusty Nichols, Braylon Weichel sensing the moment. They all have smiles on their faces. That's the coaching staff of the Lady Eagles, who have grown the lead to 20. They roll it up the floor. Rogers to the floor to rip it away from L. Gonzalez across midcourt. 55 seconds. Back out front, Rogers. Carson-Newman's crowd behind its bench is all standing. 45 seconds. Carson-Newman's playing keep away here in the half court. The Bears are trying to double. Sullivan into the middle. Weddington. Ball fakes. Drives inside. Lost it. Dishes. Knuckles. Corner 3. In and out. Sullivan offensive rebound. Stick back is good. The lead is 22. 30 seconds left. Abigail Brown, left wing 3 is good. She swished it in with 24 seconds left. Clock kept running after the make. And so the officials will go to the scores table and add some time. 72-53. The officials will tell the two teams to head to their benches, and this will give Carson-Newman some more time to celebrate. They still have 23 seconds officially, but the entire Carson-Newman crowd is standing behind its bench as Mike Mincy tries to keep it as straight as possible, a straight face in that huddle. He's barking out some sets and pointing around to places on the floor, but I think it was more so to try to hold back his emotions potentially about what's going to occur. Carson-Newman's going to call a timeout as well. This will be their second called timeout. And it comes with 25 seconds. That's what they'll add to the clock here in the fourth quarter. All smiles across Carson-Newman's bench. Mike Mincy getting some instruction from the official. The Lady Eagles lost twice in the regular season to these Bears, but this regional championship game has belonged to Carson-Newman since the end of the first quarter. They scored the final 5 points of the first, and they have not looked back. They've not trailed since. They've led for more than 36 minutes in this game. Rogers will inbound. Carson-Newman's crowd clapping the team on. All they need to do is inbound and run this clock out. The Eagles will inbound to Knuckles. She'll dribble out front, give it back to Rogers. LR's playing some light defense. The Bears are saying no fouls. Rogers, 15 seconds, still dribbling out near midcourt. She looks up at the clock with 10, slings it across the floor for Sullivan. 7 seconds, 5 seconds. Carson-Newman is Southeast Regional champions for the second time in program history. The third time is the charm for the Lady Eagles. They avenge 2 regular season losses to the Bears and dominate Lenoir Rhyne in the Southeast Regional Championship game. The Lady Eagles are headed to the Elite Eight. The final score from Tex Turner Arena. It's Carson-Newman 72. It's Lenoir Rhyne 53. 3 ranked wins for Carson-Newman in 4 days to win its second ever regional championship in school history. The celebration is on in Harrogate, a team that lost 10 times entering the NCAA tournament, suffered through its longest conference losing streak earlier this season in February. For the longest losing streak in a decade in conference play, has turned it around and has played its best basketball in March. Once again, your final score in Harrogate, Tennessee at Tex Turner Arena. It's Carson-Newman 72, and it's Lenoir Rhyne 53. Buckle up, we've got a long Domino's postgame report as Carson-Newman will start and continue its celebration as Southeast Regional champions on this Monday night. 72-53, Carson-Newman. Domino's postgame report heads your way after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The game's over, but we're just getting warmed up. The Domino's postgame report starts in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network.
Left wing Rutherford 3 up and kaboom! Tori Rutherford.
Your stats breakdown. A conversation with Mike Mincy, presented by Modern Woodman Financial Planning. Plus the selection of the AEC Electrifying Play and the Premier Building Maintenance Player of the Game are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilite, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burt Tarr Stadium press box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
Perfect time to return for the Domino's postgame report. Carson-Newman's Maddie Knuckles, Jennifer Sullivan, and Emily Gonzalez were just named to the All-NCAA Tournament Southeast Regional Team. Maddie Knuckles is the Southeast Region player, best player from the regional tournament, and now the regional commissioner and LMU's athletic director are about to give Carson-Newman the regional championship trophy. We'll let you listen in. Keely Rogers, Jen Sullivan hoist the second ever Southeast Regional Championship trophy. They come 8 years apart, and the Lady Eagles will head to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania next week for the Elite Eight. They are Southeast Regional champions for the second time ever, and the celebration has just begun. And how fitting is it for the Eagles to have defeated 3 ranked teams to get here, as Keely Rogers lifts it into the air and points it toward the Carson-Newman crowd that's made the trip from Jefferson City. Great crowds all week for a team that is obviously only playing an hour away from home. And no crowd better than the one they've got here for the regional championship game to now have the opportunity to cut down the nets. How about this? In their rivals building, they're doing it in Lincoln Memorial. Those two schools have had such a great rivalry. And the Lady Eagles defeated the Rail Splitters in the semis to get to this championship game. And the Lady Eagles use another elite defensive masterclass of a performance to collect a 72-53 victory in the Southeast Regional Championship game. Carson-Newman only won one game all-time against ranked teams in the NCAA tournament. They picked up 3 in 4 days to hoist the trophy here inside Tex Turner Arena. And now the Lady Eagles are preparing to cut down the nets. LMU's athletic director has the scissors. He's going to give it to Emily Gonzalez first. And Carson-Newman's celebration is on as the band plays in the background. Carson-Newman's alma mater. Gonzalez goes first. Callie McMahon, Jen Sullivan, other seniors on this team are right behind her, as the Lady Eagles win 72-53 in the Southeast Regional Championship game. A game where LR fired a good first quarter punch, and then Carson-Newman scored the final 5 points in quarter one, and never trailed the rest of the way to come out victorious 72-53. And head coach Mike Mincy is heading our way here at the scores table, and we're going to hear from the 15th year head coach as his team has collected a 72-53 victory here at Tex Turner Arena. We're back here on the Domino's postgame report. Andrew Rogers here with head coach Mike Mincy as his team wins the second ever Southeast Regional Championship in program history by a final score of 72-53. Coach, obviously, first and foremost, congratulations. You know how difficult it is to get to this spot, not only to make the NCAA tournament, but to win 3 games in 4 days. and none better than another elite defensive performance that you had today. How proud of you are of this team for what it had to go through just a little over a month ago now to get to this spot, to be able to cut down the nets and be Southeast Region champs.
I mean, it's a good story for them, like went through a little adversity there and late, and to think that we would be here on the to advance. I mean, we've been to 2 championship games, and we lost to Coker in the SAC title game, and we came here, and I think the day rest really helped us, and we didn't go deep into the bench, so these kids have a lot of wear and tear on their legs, but ever since we turned to postseason, our defense has picked up tremendously. And we've made it a point that we needed to be a better defensive team to try to advance in these tournaments. And I think, not only have we played great defense, but I think we've scored efficiently as well.
Let's hit on the defense some more, because in this game, you were going up against a team that averages 87 points a game, and they went through droughts, a field goal drought that was more than 6 minutes, a scoring drought that was more than 6 minutes. Those came at the end of the second and third quarters. What did you see from your unit in those periods specifically that helped create the separation in this game?
Well, it's interesting that in this regional championship game, it's 2 SAC teams, that we've played each other twice, and they beat us twice handily and had our number. But it's like I told you before the game, they're probably going to stay with what has worked for them, and we've got to fix some stuff. And we did, and we tried to, not give them anything easy. We certainly didn't press to give them stuff easy. At this point, and the way they play, they're kind of hooping. That's what we say, and you got to know personnel as much as anything. And our girls were just dialed in, man. They were dialed in this whole tournament, and they were certainly dialed in tonight. To try to, a team beat you twice. And LR, whipped us on our senior day, man, and that was really tough to stomach the way that game played out. And so to be able to come in here and win against them and get a win to advance to the Elite Eight, clearly it's pretty special.
Non-game related, but that LMU victory felt so valuable. You took down a number 1 seed on their home floor. Not that you had to worry about getting this group ready for a championship game, but what did it take to let that one be what it was to then get ready for an even bigger game, and what was at stake tonight?
Well, I mean, obviously, we took it one game at a time. It's like Columbus State's a ranked team, and they're the Peach Belt champs. We took them down. It's like, all right, well, we got LMU on their home floor. And the thing of it is all these wins are coming against teams that beat us the last time. The only team that we had beaten before we played them was Coker. We beat them last, and then they beat us last. Right. But we didn't play Columbus State, but then LMU beat us on this floor a month ago or whatever it was. And, again, we had something to go by that we needed to improve upon. And then here we are facing a SAC foe in LR that had beaten us twice. And we had a lot of film to try to, go by, to fix, And I would be remiss to not say that I really think that the rise of Delaney, and I've talked to you about this a lot, her defensive presence has helped us in general to defend better, and even offensively with her cutting and things. I knew we were a totally different team coming into this game today than we were when they even saw us on senior day.
Southeast Regional Tournament MVP. You mentioned dialed in. That was Maddie Knuckles. That's been her really since postseason play started, even the regular season finale.
Yeah.
What has she meant to this team, especially down this stretch to open up this offense?
Well, I mean, she had a great SAC tournament. Didn't have the best of championship games, but she was on the 3rd day of a tournament. Here, we played back-to-back, and she got the day off yesterday. And, just to go from where she was as a freshman, and now she's only a junior, and to be the regional tournament MVP is just something that is just unreal to me. I mean, and she just balled out the whole tournament. And she's playing against a good team today, man. I mean, and had to battle on both ends and played almost the entire game. They were gassed and they were tired, but we got in that 4th quarter and we had a double-digit lead, and they were like, we got 10 more minutes to finish this thing out, and she's special, man.
We talked about Delaney. We could probably talk here about Keely Rogers, too. Leads your team in rebounding and assists with 12 boards, 7 assists. But discuss your 2 senior guards, Emily Gonzalez, Jennifer Sullivan. You didn't take them off the floor tonight. Just shows how valuable they are. Jen goes for 20. Emily was all over the place and had 15. How valuable is it to have 2 veterans like that leading your backcourt?
Well, Emily has been moved to the point guard spot. I think she has done a great job. And we kind of knew that they weren't going to take Porter off the floor, and we weren't going to take Emily off the floor. That was the game plan. Hopefully she could make it through, because she gives us our best opportunity on both the offense and defensive end. And, of course, Jen's been dialed in all day. And if I could keep her out there, I was going to do it, because
we had to have her defensive presence as much as anything to try to stop the second highest scoring team in the country.
Coach, congratulations. I think it's your turn to cut down the nets.
Yep, thank you.
That is the head coach of the Lady Eagles, Mike Mincy, as his team is Southeast Regional champions for the second time in school history. Both are under head coach Mike Mincy. His assistant, Dusty Nichols, is up on the ladder, and he is cutting down the net. And those two exchanging a nice high five to win the championship. And now it's head coach Mike Mincy's turn. Coach Mincy's got a phone up there. I think he's going to record himself doing this potentially. The final part of the net set to be cut down here in Harrogate, Tennessee. Coach Mincy's got it. The net has been removed from the orange cylinder here in Harrogate. And Mike Mincy tosses it around his neck. He wants to take a selfie from up high. That'll be all over social media. Following this one, 15th-year head coach Mike Mincy leads his Lady Eagles to a second regional championship in school history. They come 8 years apart. And this one comes by winning by 19, 72-53, the final score. How about this, too? The win is just 1 point away from being the largest margin of victory in an NCAA tournament game as well in school history. Head coach Mike Mincy has come down from the ladder, and Jennifer Sullivan's going to head our way here at the scores table. And she is our premier player of the game. Jen is joining us here post-game as Carson-Newman wins 72-53. We continue on here as Carson-Newman is Southeast Regional champions. Jen, before we even ask anything else, how does that sound?
Oh my gosh, that is just a perfect way to cap it off. Such an incredible year with these girls. We just genuinely didn't want to stop playing. And, I mean, you look at the freaking scoreboard and, holy cow. It was such a balanced effort. Everyone did their part. Defensively was incredible. I feel like this is a whole different team in the last 2 weeks, just based off our defense. It's gotten so much better. It's been awesome to see.
Before we talk about this game and really the tournament, I want to go back to February because this team went through a brutal 4-game stretch to start the month, and that was just over a month ago. What did this team learn through that stretch to come out of it and now see the light at the end of the tunnel and what that is?
We knew that it was adversity, and, our main thing was adversity adversity is opportunity, and we just kind of took it as a opportunity to get better, and that's exactly what we did. It pointed out all of our weaknesses, and thank goodness it did, because we wouldn't be where we are today without it. I was literally just thinking about that and how many people probably counted us out, but we took it as an opportunity.
A really good game for you. 20 points, kind of quietly because of how you got your 20 points. Did it from the line, did it from three, did it inside the arc as well. What did it take on the offensive end of the floor to get rolling against a Lenoir Rhyne team that knew what you guys were capable of doing and trying to shut you guys down?
Well, honestly, it's a big props to my teammates, especially Keely. Keely made some great passes. A lot of it is I got cuts back door, and they were finding me. That's how I got to the free throw line. So, they did just as much work as I did trying to get me the basketball. They know what my shots are, and they know what plays are for me. So just moving and trusting that they're going to find me.
I think when you transferred here, you probably heard a lot about how good of a scoring team this program has been. But over the last really month and so of the year to get to this point, it's been about defense, and that was the case today. You hold them to 26% shooting and 53 points. What did it take on that end of the floor to shut down one of the best offenses in the country?
Communication, and we just that 4-game win streak or losing streak really kind of put on display our defensive weaknesses, and we took that into the tournament. I felt like our defense was getting a lot better in the tournament, and you could still see that, but it just wasn't fully clicking. When we got here, it was when we got here, it was evident exactly what we needed to do, and so communication was huge for us, and just moving and not fouling, that was a big thing too.
You, Maddie, Emily, all part of the Southeast Regional Tournament team. Maddie was the MVP. Talk about what it's been like to work around ball screens from her, to see what she's been able to do from three to help aid this team offensively, and obviously you and Emily not coming off the floor tonight.
Yeah, I can't say enough about how good Maddie's played lately. she has completely just stepped up and been everything that this team has needed, and we're just so proud of her, just canning so many good shots and so many tough buckets that are so timely, and she just gives us so much confidence. And then Emily is just so active. She's obviously the best point guard in the region, and I think that's been evident since day one for us. And that wasn't her role last year, but she really stepped into it this year and just made the best of it.
All right, Jen, go enjoy the celebration.
Thanks, Andrew.
That's our premier player of the game, Jen Sullivan, after 20 points and 5 rebounds in Carson-Newman's 72-53 victory. We're going to continue on. We'll talk with Emily Gonzalez before we hear from our tournament MVP. Give me a couple minutes. Or cut one down for me. 72-53, the final score. Carson-Newman wins the Southeast Regional Championship for the second time in school history. We continue on with the Domino's post-game report. Andrew Rogers alongside senior guard Emily Gonzalez as Carson-Newman wins the Southeast Regional Championship by 19 points. Emily, another really good performance from you. It's been a great tournament, really a great postseason to help lead this team to now 5 postseason victories, the 5th being the most important one. What did it take from this group over the last 4 days to win 3 games against 3 really good teams?
Honestly, I think just trusting each other. We went through a whole bunch of adversity during this season, and it could have been very easy for us to just give up and keep falling into that, but we kept going through it and just trusting each other and going day by day, putting one foot forward, and I feel like that's what we showed during this tournament.
For you personally, never came off the floor in this game and had to deal with a load of LR defensive pressure throughout this game. What did it take from your standpoint to play all 40 minutes, take care of the ball as you did, but also find your way to score and be a facilitator for your team?
Sorry, can you repeat that question?
What did it take through 40 minutes? There's probably way too many emotions going through your head, but what did it take through 40 minutes of this game? You never came off the floor to do what you did for your team, 15 points, 4 assists, to navigate all the pressure they were throwing at you defensively.
Honestly, just it being my last year, I had the mindset of just putting my best foot forward. That was my whole motto throughout this whole tournament. It's you know what? This could be my last game, but whether or not we win or lose, I'm going to leave this court knowing that I tried my best and help my teammates, be a good team leader, and that's really it. So nothing really like basketball, just having that motto throughout the whole tournament.
Jen echoed that communication was the key for the defensive effort in this game to hold an LR team that averaged 87 points per game to 53. Would you echo that same sentence and that your communication level defensively was why you guys put together this championship effort?
Yeah, that communication and just honestly, being very aware of on defense, having your head on a swivel, not being a team effort and not just leaving everybody on an island, as a team defensive squad now.
You mentioned this being your last year. You were part of a team that made the regional championship game 2 years ago. And you've made the NCAA tournament for 3 straight years. How good of a feeling is it to know that you've gotten to 3 championship games in your career, now this being the 4th, and now you're at that mountaintop that you've wanted to achieve?
Honestly, this year is definitely so different than the other years. I've had much of a bigger role. So I guess it feels awesome. Yeah, it just feels great to know that I was a part of this. I mean, everybody has their own role, but my role's changed throughout the 4 years, and it's different.
All right, Emily, congratulations on a good performance and the regional championship. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
That is senior guard Emily Gonzalez as Carson-Newman wins 72-53 over Lenoir Rhyne. We'll take a break here in the Domino's post-game report. We'll hear from our Southeast Region Tournament MVP on the other side of this break here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Protect your home from unwanted electrical surges. AEC can install a surge protection device at your electric meter. The device works by diverting excess energy toward the ground through the ground wire. AEC also offers surge devices for inside your home to defend against possible voltage spikes that could damage your electronics, appliances, or equipment. This service is affordable and dependable. Order today and enjoy no connection fee. AEC, we power what matters most.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
More player interviews and stats come your way in 60 seconds when the Domino's postgame report continues on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Andrew Rogers back here on the Domino's post-game report with the Southeast Region Tournament MVP, Maddie Knuckles. Nux, it's been a really good recent stretch, torrid stretch, some would say. There's probably many other adjectives you could use to describe your offensive play and your play in general. Another good game in this one, 19 more points, 7 of 13 shooting. Let's start there. How have you been able to be this effective for your team at the best and most critical moments of this season?
Yeah, I think that we wanted it so bad, and we went through a rough stretch earlier in the year, and I think that we just all came in ready to play, and if shots weren't falling for some players, we picked it up on the defensive end. So I think really like the defensive end really just fueled our offense. Maybe not for everyone in every situation, but if we weren't scoring buckets, we're getting stops. So I just think that, knocking those shots down when they came to me, that's just the biggest thing.
You mentioned the stops. This has always been such an offensive-minded program, but that still plays defense. But the emphasis on defense has been on display all postseason, really toward the end of the regular season as well. And that performance was on display perfectly in this game. Probably the best one of the year to hold one of the best offenses to 53 points. How are you able to do it as an interior player to help rebound and do what you guys did defensively against this LR team?
Yeah, I think they have some good post players, Abigail Brown and number 23. I'm not sure what her last name. Yes, Charles. But I just think, it started in the SAC tournament. I thought our defense picked up a little bit, but really in the regional tournament is where it started to get crazy. We were just wow, our defense is so good. We're holding teams to low numbers, low percentages, and it really just feels good when you're getting stops and converting. But when you're getting stops and you're not converting, it doesn't feel as energetic and stuff. But I just think that was a big fuel for us. We came in hungry. We knew we hadn't guarded them well in the past, and they got us 2 games earlier in the year. So we just wanted to leave it all out there and make it as difficult as possible. We didn't want to let them win. We wanted to make it difficult for them, and if they had a crazy day, then they had a crazy day. But
how helpful was it to be able to go reflect back on 2 games where they scored 196 points in 2 meetings, to look back at that, find flaws to take into this game?
Yeah, well, we've been talking about in the locker room, the first quarter is really what got us. It got us to their place. We were down by, I don't know how much specifically, but we were down by a good number. Yep. And then at our place, too, they got up on us, and we cut back for a little while, and we just let them get away. So our big thing in this postseason has just been, don't let teams get away. We're playing good competition no matter, what game we're in. It's a good opponent. So we just knew that, we couldn't let them get away and get in reach, and we knew after halftime they were going to come out swinging. So we just had to make sure they couldn't creep in too close.
Back to your play, your three-point shooting has been ridiculous. Entering the day, you had been shooting 75% over your last 4 or 5 games from 3. I remember when we talked about you getting all SAC and all conference honors, how you just kept sticking with it, and eventually they were going to fall, and they have. But they have fallen at an elite clip here at the end of the year. How have you been able to continue that success and be so consistent with it? It feels like every time you look at a postseason box score, it's probably 50+% shooting from three or better from you?
I mean, honestly, it's just confidence. I think it's not so much skill as it is confidence, because my teammates are just, they're always telling me, like, keep shooting the ball, because they know that I'm capable of doing that. But, I mean, even in the SAC championship, I didn't hit a three, and that really, like, deflated me and stuff because I was really tired and stuff. But I just think when anybody on our team hits a three, it's just an energy giver. So I think, just having confidence and seeing it going in, so.
I think I asked Jen about this, about the 4-game losing streak in February. Had to learn a lot from that. Didn't know if you were going to see a light like this at the end of the tunnel. But now that you have, how do you take away what that moment and that feeling felt in February to now? What kind of life lesson, even in general, can you take from a moment like that to know that it leads to something like this?
Yeah, well, one of my favorite Bible verses is Romans 8:18, and it's, for what you go through now is nothing compared to the glory he'll reveal to you later. And I think that adversity we went through, like Mincy said in his interview yesterday, like, we had a lot of people that were doubting us and stuff. So I just think that the way that we answered that, and the way that we fought through the postseason and against these good teams that maybe got us earlier in the season, I just think it just says a lot about our team and the kind of girls that we have on our team. We're just very blessed, and we love each other. So.
All right, Maddie, congratulations on winning Southeast Region Tournament MVP and being the Southeast Region champs.
Thank you.
That is Maddie Knuckles here on the Domino's postgame report as Carson-Newman wins 72-53. The program's second ever Southeast Regional Championship performance, and the Lady Eagles win by 19, 72-53. We'll wrap things up here on the Domino's post-game report as Carson-Newman wins 72-53. We'll tell you about some other teams that could be heading to the Elite Eight. IUP wins by 1 over Winston-Salem State, 65-64. They will be a high-seeded team in the Elite Eight next week. Alabama-Huntsville is up 23 on Eckerd in the fourth quarter. Huntsville might be going. Concordia St. Paul leads Minnesota Duluth 62-54. Holy Family, 5 seed, takes down Damon 78-62. Colorado Mesa leads Texas Women's 51-39. And Grand Valley State defeated Northwood 69-59. Carson-Newman will compete with those teams in next week's NCAA Elite Eight for the second time in school history. They'll be headed to the Elite Eight in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Seedings, times, all that will come out early this week, probably in the next day or two, for when Carson-Newman's matchup in Pittsburgh, who it'll be against and when it will be. Once again, your final scores. We sign off here on the Domino's post-game report from Harrogate, Tennessee. It's Carson-Newman 72. It's Lenoir Rhyne 53. Carson-Newman is Southeast Regional Champions. We'll talk to you next week for the NCAA's Elite Eight here on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
You've been listening to the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Tri-Lite, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burke Tar Stadium Press Box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagle Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Andrew Rogers, Ian Johnson, Jay West, Brianna, she's just the girl DeCrow, and Matt Scalzo. I'm staff announcer Ernie Anderson. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game. This is the Eagle Sports Network.